Hey there, Silver-Tongued Devil here, and we are back on Grimlord. We are embodying the character of Lady Faffstrike. See? It's like I practice these intros, you know? She's got this dagger right, for this dagger, it's just wrong. We can spin that round, though, and then slide it down the hilt. So, the challenge, but I don't like to do challenges. I don't like to show off. It's not about showing off. It's about the theme. The theme tonight is, can we play Grimlord as an assassin? Now, my version of an assassin is somebody that sneaks around, giving them the pointy end and sticking them before they stick us. Our chosen weaponry tonight are going to be a pair of daggers. We have just upgraded our daggers to daggers that are very capable of parrying, and we've also just got a skill that allows us to do additional damage on the riposte. That's blocking and then attacking people. We also have bolts, and we also have a crossbow. The other, for reasons, I just wanted to make sure that I had something to use other than daggers, because daggers only is a different kind of run. So we have the crossbow, the incredibly unwieldy crossbow. Although how this is being held and used is incredibly accurate for how crossbows are actually used, it doesn't sit well with my wrists. It really, really doesn't. So we can't really fire it from the shoulder, which means that we have to kind of fire it lower. And what we have found is that as effective as the crossbow can be, you can't half beat the shit out of somebody with it. You can literally beat the snot out of them. So stabby stabby, blungin blungin. Yeah, with that kind of assassin. You know, those ones that got a D in assassination school? That kind. So we've done some level ups. We are at Caracolia. We shall set the scene with a lot of death. We, I believe, have just skipped through the courtyard, and now we are on to Felixia, arguably one of the harder bosses going.
I had Felixia.
Oh, not Felixia, Felixia. Try. Oh, what, you mean I'm that kind of assassin? Assassin.
Felixia. She told me her name came from a distant land. The sun.
Ah, there you go. We're on short name terms with Felixia now. We'll just call her Zia. So where we got to last time is we kind of bludgeoned our way through the level because I wanted to unlock that. Let's just have a quick... Yeah, we did get those. Fellas. I'm not that kind of assassin, all right? Let's just... There we go. Good. Right. Let's just get that all that nastiness reset. So that was just to show you where the enforcer armor is, which is what we are going to be using now. Yeah, Hellsweeper is a fantastic game. Very good game. Right. So, Doc, ready for the kill count? It's going to be high. I don't think we're going to be able to one and done Felixia. She is... You just... How quiet. Bloody... Anybody hear him coming? Didn't even announce his presence, did he? Didn't even announce his presence. Do we have a touch of regeneration? We do, but that's going to take ages. Okay, right, little swig. Kupo, can you like pass stuff back to the devs? I don't know if that's a thing that you can do or not. I have some suggestions. Okay, so Felixia is quite the boss. She is very quick. She is probably going to... Yeah. She is able to put multiple hits on us. So this is all going to be about blocking, parrying, riposting, and As I said, it's gonna be pretty fucking easy. Oh. Hey. Oh dear, that's not a lot of damage! Right, well... Ow. So, one of the things that I was going to say, Kupo... and dead. Oh dear.
My brother has Rihanna.
Yeah. It's going to be that kind of boss. We may even be...
My protector.
We may even be underleveled for... yeah, cheers, Doc. We may be underleveled for the Felixia because we are barely doing any damage. Although we have a taste of her blood now, chat. So it's only going to go down. Oh no, I've licked it off already. Cool. So we're going to have to test and see what sort of range damage we can do, and we're going to have to see about being careful. I don't think we can block her spinning attack, and that's the one that absolutely reduces you. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Right, well, what do you do when you come up against a boss that is difficult to beat with a specific weapon set? Well, a normal person would change their weapon set, wouldn't they? A normal person would go back to the drawing board. A normal person would do a lot of things, and you little shitbag, you can wait your turn. Right, so instead of just going in there and stabby because that didn't do a lot, we're now going to have to learn her moveset. Oh sorry, yeah, no, I will do. Damn, I want to block that strike. Come on, you've got 6! Oh, shit. That didn't hit. Good. That's what we want. I never let you do that attack. Oh, it's the equivalent of crystalline. So I would love to have the ability... Stabby. I would love to have the ability to load and fire the bow. Ow. Load and fire the bow with right trigger. Yeah. The thing is, none of this I've ever really had to do. I've never bothered trying. Oh, you... Stab. Ha! We've got to block. Nope. No. That's not it. Glub. Cool. But yeah, the ability to load... Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. Ah! I never have chance. I never usually give a chance. That's barely any health. Right? Ah, well, you say that, but we're in and out. That's how we do. We're getting damage done. Chat, we're getting damage done. Oh, lovely. I like what you did there. I haven't got the same ability. Now, we have got additional dashes now. Oh, got ya. Come on, Fet. Three, 4, 5. Got ya. Ah. Ow. Okay, we gambled there. It didn't pay off. Ah, missed. We're that kind of assassin. Special. Shit. No, 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 no. Oh, that wasn't very good now, was it? But yeah, so what I was saying, yeah, it probably is best. I'll make my suggestions after this fight. There's some very good suggestions. Well done. Ah, missed. We've got a lot of iframes. Ow. Although we didn't use them very well there. We've got to really watch our health because we're in very light armor. No, no, Coop, you're wrong. Beardo Benjo wishes he sounded just like me. Come on. Come on. That's... Ah, missed. Right, I need the one where you strike left. It's not that one. That hurt. Strike left, I want to block. Yeah. Left! That's the one. Ah, you shit. Fuck. Right. This is, I think this is going to be a reoccurring theme, unfortunately, chat. Stealth is not an option with a... Oh, God. And that hurt. I mean, don't want to alarm anybody, but we might be running out of potions. What's that looking like? Shit! Hup. Come on. Oh, yeah. She went low. I think this is part of the problem. She doesn't sword fight correctly. She doesn't fucking know. Right, there we go. Right. That does need correcting as well, Kupo. The parry dagger outside should be on the outside, but when you grip that, to begin with, it starts that way. So I'm having to flip it round. Right. Let's just concentrate on dodging. For now. Okay, those can hit me whilst I'm down there. That is not good. No, no, not wrong. Not wrong. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Devil never talks that much, except he definitely does. Ooh, we've almost got her down to her second form. We haven't got any life left, but, you know. So the way that I would normally tackle her is actually with magic, and you can use the pillars to stop her attacks dead in their tracks. So... yeah... 2, 3. Have we got you? No. Come on, you should be in... Come on! Alright, so that... we could do some damage while she's charging that up. 2. Yeah! Shit! This is arguably the harder of the two forms. She's very maneuverable here now. Don't upside down like that, you fucking bint. So this is what you can use the pillars for. Ow. Damn. Yeah. Oh, this is not my second try, Coop. Not by a long shot. Bear in mind, I have a new game plus 10 going at the moment as well. So what I do with her at this stage, but usually with magic, is you can use this pillar to keep her at distance from you. One of her attacks can get you. Good evening, Mr. Vega. And what that pillar's doing for us is those big, long, leaping attacks that she can do. They just don't have the distance anymore. Anybody recognize this technique from any games such as In Death Unchained? A particular flying nappied angel? We use the pillars. So, you know how I said in Assassin's School we got a D? We excelled in pillar fighting. Oh, you've gone backwards, you idiot! Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Yes. Yes. So how do I make you go backwards? Ooh. Whoa! It's working, chat. New techniques coming out on the fly. Dancing. Ooh. Huh? Yeah, yeah. Take his gut. Well, it's working. Slowly. But we're getting there, because we can't actually afford to take any more hits now. Because I might have used all my potions, possibly. So we go. Yeah, there. Woo! Ow. Ooh. That hurt. See, I would usually use this to avoid chance... Oh, we have got a little bit of a potion left. I would use this to heal, usually against this boss, because I never have to be this close ranged, but... He does not like it. Although... Hey! Whoa! Steady. Do you remember that whole thing that I said about parrying and riposting? I didn't mean it on the bosses. No, no. So once she starts walking, we can get a couple of licks in. I mean... Oh shit, I've got you to take now. It took some time, but we got there. Where? Oh, what? Hang on. Oh, man. This guy, before he got mutated by the mad potion, must have been a dogger. Oh. I am glad. A lurker. A lurker indeed. So that guy there might have potentially have been Kupo in this universe before he drank the mad potion, and then he just sat here and watched, and then when I was finished was like, no, I don't want fucking any of that. I'm not getting stabbed in the ass. I'm going back home. Anyway, right. Shardage. So that is Calicolia finished.
This is your duty's end.
Mm-hmm. and we need this. So
Talisman
this
granted
seal,
by the
it'll
king
tell us.
conceals a weapon against them.
We don't. I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah.
The Black Order is a tumor upon this kingdom. We cannot let them win. We cannot let the king win. It's good to know that brothers out there somewhere, at the heart of it all, plotting, scheming, fighting.
Just in case anyone's wondering, this small collection of lights is what's talking at us.
But knowing him, it must be a good one. In another life, stranger, may we meet under better circumstances. Fight on, all of you.
We will. Better believe we will. So, we now have the seal. You pick up the seal from here. This needs to be... We need to harvest giant's blood from this to open up another part of the game that then allows progress. I might just run through it. If you guys tell me it's too dark, we'll maybe just run through the next area. The other thing to note as well is you can put the seal in your satchel, but it will take a space. Rest assured, if you do leave it on the floor, there's a certain little goblin that'll come and pick it up and put it in his bag of shit. So we'll head back home, and we might, just might, be able to do a little bit of a level up too. Right. And we got to speak to him first. Got to speak to Herbalist.
Family talisman. Outrageous. My family.
So he's basically going to tell us, yeah, you need to infuse that seal with giant's blood.
This. Now we need the giant. Black Order's magic draw. Sort of nullifies.
There will be a time when I'll go through this game and I'll let the characters play all the dialogue, but I must have heard it about 100 times. I know the name Felixia so well because I am constantly barraged with the names Felixia and Riala every time you go to that part just before that boss.
It's
Hello, Riala. Yeah.
Now, please. The self-proclaimed warden.
Now, I don't think everyone will be happy to know that with my unarmed combat build only that I am working on at the moment, I am now, when it comes to the ravishing yet smaller waisted Riala, I am now the equivalent of One Punch Man to her. I'll show that off later. But for now, give me a level up, wench.
Go to the spirals.
Yeah.
Please, rest
And as we know, to level up, we need to hold the lady's tiny waist. Don't go too low. She doesn't like it. There we go. So, have we actually got enough? Yes, we have, for a level up. Now, we were going down this tree. We need to be going after physical power. I need 15 points spent before I can go for the next big boost. We also want to be pushing for additional pierce damage as well. So, again, in case you haven't seen this and you haven't watched the first part of the stream, the game has quite an extensive tech tree. So, this basically, across the weapons, the tech tree, and the different kind of armors available, allows you to create some very interesting builds. Not particularly good builds in a lot of circumstances, but interesting nevertheless. We just need to spend points so that we can unlock this and then carry on down this tree. So let's go for block increases knockdown. That might be worthwhile having. We'll probably just pick some vitality up, unless, oh no, there we go, physical damage. There's part of a tree there, so we'll go for that. And from what I've been testing with the game is the physical, your strength is basically, with no weapon in hand, how much damage you would do. So, for instance, there are a couple of things that we know. I know that Riala here has 60 hit points, or I believe, through extensive testing, which means that I can punch her once and she won't die. If I was to hit her a second time, she will. Just like a good Dark Souls game, more Kingsfield is where it all started, I guess. But a good Dark Souls game, you can kill the NPCs. Unfortunately, the game cannot continue with dead NPCs, so we won't be killing Riala just yet. But we will be using Riala as our test dummy. Now, we need to revisit an area that we have been to previously. Yeah, he should be ready. We also need the seal. Yeah, we'll take it with us. We'll take the seal with us. Note how our little goblin companion has disappeared. Because he's going to go open things up for us. I'll drop a couple of these. And we'll pick up a medal. Immortal indeed. Immortal indeed. Just so we know as well, the armor, so knight armor, mage armor, and then you've also got kind of like a rogue armor as well, which is this one. These are the 3 armor sets that you start out with. We haven't bothered getting any of the others, but what we're in the moment is that we are in the Enforcer's armor? Enforcer's leather armor. So this is just literally a straight upgrade of the scout attire. So you get a little bit more health. That's what stamina means. There is some magic to this. We get better speed, as many dodges, better recovery. It's just basically scout armor plus. So I say that there's, different armors in the game. Some of them can define the way that you play, but usually, the next one is just objectively better than the one previous. It's one of the things that I think this game suffers from, is that, yes, there's a lot of selection, but within that selection, as you are playing through the game, a lot of things just become redundant, so there's not that many items in. But that's true of games around the world, which is why then you need special kinds of idiots, just like me, to then find ways to try and play through a game to force the use of these not optimal items. So, and there's a level of fun to be had in that as well. One thing I do not like in video games is one and dones. This is very, very far away, in my humble opinion, from a one and done. Let's have a... So, yeah, what I was... Oh, the magic is coming. Yeah, of course, cop. Yeah, what I'm saying is the Enforcer armor that we're in is just, from what I've seen of the stats, is just a straight upgrade from the Scout. To be fair, I thought the update happened because there was an update today, at least for my copy of Grimlord. I have no idea what it was. What I will ask Kupo, I don't know how I go about it. I'd love to help do the testing, and I also have a crack team of beta testers just ready and waiting on my Discord to help if that is useful to yourselves and the Grimlord team. So but yeah, so there is, I haven't actually had a chance to do it yet. There is one bug that I found in the game, or one bug that springs to mind straight away. There's a pendant that gives you additional matter. Cheers, Kupo. There is an amulet that gives you 10% more matter when you gain matter. It doesn't work at the moment, so you can wear it, but it doesn't give the 10%. And for that reason, I think the things that are in the tech tree that increase the amount of matter that you get when you kill things, they're not working either. So I haven't had a chance. Somebody was helpful enough to show me where the bug menu was. Someone CC'd me to it, and then all of a sudden I could see it, and I just haven't had a chance to to... We don't actually need the goblin as well. We can just jump around this. And please don't invisible wall this. It helps. Amulet ripping me off. And I think the amulet definitely was. I haven't extensively tested the like, there's a 1% matter, and then later on you can get to 5% level matters in the tech tree. And the 1% I don't think is working. The 5% ones, I would imagine, would be the same. Right, how dark is this, chat? Because I know my stream can be a little dark. I can fight through this, or I can run through this. Right, parry, riposte. You don't want to end up like him. Hey, you're supposed to be dead. Ah! Yeah, that's the kind of assassin that's the kind of assassin we are! Easy work. Light work, chat. Light work. Right. There are quite a few ambushes around here. Cool, I'm glad you said that. Cool. Right, well, we'll carry on, because I need the souls, because we want more level ups. Because we don't want to be under levels. Well... The thing is, Kupo, you don't buy... Ow! You don't buy the matter discount amulet. I can stab you in the leg. Ha! Forgot about that. Yeah, you don't buy the matter discount amulet, you do find that. But yeah, hello Bucky, I always make a point of anything that allows me to get more, I have it on. Have it on. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the one. Good. That's the one. I also remember someone saying that if you could attack an enemy whilst they weren't paying attention to you, you got additional damage. And I haven't noticed it yet. Your legs unarmored? Yes, they are. Can you move the shield out the way? That's really not helping, dude. So, this... I did see that Mannequin went free to play. I keep... so many games, Bucky. So many games. So little time. So, note how these guys are fully armoured. Except, you know, they've been shirking on the old thigh armour. And we'll take advantage. You better believe. So we could wail on other parts of them and knock them off, but, you know, assassin is as assassin does. It's part of the reason why I was keen to play through this way. I like daggers. The crossbow... Whoop, whoop. The crossbow... that would be great. Yeah, because again, a good Souls game is all about it being ridiculously hard to begin with, and then the more familiar you become with the game, that level of mastery that you can get over the enemies, and, you know, being able to sneak up on them and take that thing down that usually would take you 10 hits in 1 or 2 is... that's exactly what we want to see. Yes, no, I was gonna say... yeah, you need to... it needs to be balanced. Yeah, you're quite right. Quite right. So, yeah, as I said, I don't know if I was clear with what I was saying earlier as well, whilst I've got you listening. But, now, the crossbow is fine, because for me, a crossbow, if you are grabbing that, you would grab that with your grip. so you would like proper grab it with your grip and pull it down, so that's fine. But what I would like to see is the ability for you to, with the bow at least, draw arrows from the quiver, from the quiver with trigger. And the reason being is because it just feels better. Not, you know, I don't want the change for me. Perfect. I would like the option. So, because for me, as somebody who, as you probably know, plays a lot of IDU and a lot of Dungeons of Eternity, it just feels better for me anyway. And I know there's lots of others out there as well, to grab arrows, not necessarily bolts, but, you know, do one, do all, and grab them with the trigger, because I always look at it along the lines of when you're grabbing something like an arrow, it's a fine motor skill. You are like kind of grabbing the end of the arrow. You don't grab the arrow like, you know, with your grip. You use your fingers, and that for me is what trigger is. You know, it would feel weird in games if you pulled grip and that was how you shot the gun. That's not how it works. You use the trigger finger. So, same sort of principle. Right, we've got some enemies in here. They're going to spawn. Yes, please. Yeah, definitely an option. You shitbag. I bet no... Can we get it through the visor? No. You're not dead. Now you're dead. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, no, we're smaller. We're smaller now because we're a lady. Wait for it. Hey! I mean, if they're not going to wear thigh armor, then there's no reason not. Not to stab. Not to stab. Hello, Corvo. Welcome on in. There is literally no reason to come in this room. I'm sure there used to be bombs in there or something. Oh, well, never mind. Well, we need the souls anyway, because we want to get another level up. On! And, when we get to the next level, we'll have the opportunity to grab the royal crossbow. And again, it's part of the reason why I've decided to pair the crossbow with this kit, because, well, it feels thematic for an assassin to have a crossbow, and because of how, as I've said previously, accurate it is to how crossbows were historically used, it's very unwieldy. So, yeah. Now again, note, massive shield. His faceplate is open, but that's not an easy strike. But note, he's forgot to put any thigh armor on. These guys can take an insane amount of hits to take down, but the thighs are unarmored. And again, this is something that ooh, you gotta die. So, playing as an assassin, this is part of the reason why I wanted to, because we're having to be, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we're having to be precise with where we are doing the damage. Damn. I am looking forward to Hell Split Arena, but the problem with Hell Split Arena for me is I think I might have been ruined by the good people at Grimlord by the time it gets here. Time will tell on that one. So, but I am chatting with the Hell Sweeper, the Hell Split team, and seeing what we can work out for them. So. But yeah, Hell Split for me is a little bit more, I think it's a lot more arena based from what I've seen. Doesn't have this like full on story, and we do like a bit of, I mean, normally I don't like a bit of story as it happens. There's that next shot. And yeah. I bet you haven't seen this tactic before, have you? I'm gonna fight you through the grates, and you're not gonna be able to hit me, and I'm gonna be able to hit you. No, don't go round. Oh man, what is it with the AI in this game? It's fucking stupid. They should have fought me. Should have fought me through the grate. Yeah, like, it's one of the things I will say, Coop, is that... I should say Koopo, shouldn't I? Coop could be anybody. Koopo... Yep. Damn it. Yeah, thanks level designers. And whoever designed the AI, that was rubbish, man. Rubbish AI design. They went round and everything. So that's our death. So we need to get back there because we had a chonky amount of souls. So thanks, Doc. Is it only 2? No, it's got to be more than 2. It can't be one of my streams if I've only died twice. We're going to have to up those. We're going to have to crunch those numbers, chat. We are going to have to crunch those numbers. So, right. It is like they're smart or something. Thing is, as well, we traded because I got 200 from him. Right, okay. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to do the fairly risky technique of bum rushing. Bye. Whoop, wrong way. Wrong way. So, we're going to try and get back to where we were very quickly, nab our souls, and carry on. And hopefully not get swarmed. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Come on. Up. Hey, hop. Go. Right. No, don't everybody attack at the same time. Thanks very much. Right, so we got our souls back. We are in a great position. Oh, is that 2 hits? Nope. That was 3. Oh, you got extra armor on. Right, let's try that again now, fellas. Okay. Oh, fuck. Alright, let's corner you then. Come on. Aha! Steady. Oh, one at a time. This isn't fucking fair. I'm an assassin, not a fighter. Yeah. Just when it all seems hopeless. And that is the beauty of knowing your way around a level. Now then. No, they weren't, to be fair, Bucky, they weren't fooled once. So, there we go. No. So, I swear his hitbox is like tiny for the old knife strikes. Okay, so just wait a minute. I'll be back. Famous last words. Right, let's get that activated and let's try again, shall we? God, you're keen. Excellent. Yeah, the hitbox on his face feels awfully unfair, but to be fair, I don't think it's supposed to be his weak point. You remember how we're called Lady Faff Strike, right? All part of the process. I never have to fight you people with such short blades. Ah! Yeah, I know. My arm parry. Ooh! Actually, yeah, no, that's a good point. Kupo, something I'd like to see is if we could have bracers because I'm finding that an unarmed combat build is particularly effective, but the only thing that kind of takes away from it a little bit is blocking. So, yeah. And being able to have some bracers, I think that would be quite an easy one to add to the game. Just some rings around the wrist so that all of a sudden you can block when unarmed would be quite cool. Just add a little bit to the old unarmed. Come on then. Come on. I mean, I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's an idea. It's only because I'm an idiot and trying to play this game without using weapons. Stop it, guys! Ah, there's the... Yeah. Okay, and swing. And swing. Block. Ow. Missed. There we go. If anybody actually watches me and sees me licking zombie blood, can we just have a word and say no? Because this is how infection starts. Yep. Right. Ah, not both. So what you'll see I'm trying to adapt here is I'm trying to stay close and block where the strikes are at the same time as my little steps that I'm doing. And the reason being is because if I can get the parry, I can increase my damage. And if I time my steps, there's, like, again, any good Dark Souls game, take a drink if you're playing that game, there are invincibility frames to these little hop, steps and jumps. If you can time them correctly, you would never take damage in this game. So being able to put those two things together, not taking damage and getting the parry, allows us to bounce in and take the parry at the same time, so no risk to us. The parry negates the attack as well, but, you know, double redundancy. If you miss the parry, you're out of the way of the hit, and then we can just simply press forward and bounce back in again and get that damage in. I mean, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea. Right. So, one of the other things that we want to do in a Dark Souls game, and I can kind of show this off now. I mean, this is kind of like, you know, learning how to suck eggs Dark Souls style. But, you know, sucking eggs is what we do. That's what we do on this channel. Is if we have a bunch of souls, we don't even want to run the risk, or matter, rather. Hello, Jeff. How we doing? Oh, I'm sure there'll be a lightsaber mod at some point in this, if there isn't already. So, a good thing to do with any Dark Souls game, because if we die, we leave a blood puddle containing all of our souls, or in this game, matter. If we die again before we retrieve that blood puddle, we lose all of that matter. Why run the risk of losing all of that when we can invest it in our character, or anything like weaponry or what have you? You know, it's a simple enough concept. And then what you can also, this is actually how you level up. You don't have to hold her waist or anything else for that matter. So our next level up was a decent amount of points. So now we've invested 5,000 points into our character. They're safe, and we're now down to 1,300. My other piece of advice would be, if you are tantalizingly close to your level up, go to an easy area to farm, go and farm it for souls, come back, do your level, then you take on a boss. And, you know, we know when the bosses are coming on this game. Let's have a look here, what we got. So we've got Hand increased damage for two-handed weapons. That's not us. Increase one-handed weapon damage by 3 points. That is us. Blocks max. Increase the blocking value. I have no idea how the blocking values work in this game, but I don't think we need to worry because a lot of the time we're getting parries off. We want this, but we need to spend our 15th point before this becomes available. The prerequisite is... If I get a bit close, you might be able to see it. The prerequisite is... Oops, that one. Prerequisite talent points 15. So that means we have to physically spend 15. This is worth knowing because it then allows you to plan out your route on here. Another cool thing though is you don't get ever locked into your tech tree. You can reset all of this for free at any time. So if you've got a good build going and you think you can now spend the points better, or you can hit more prerequisites without wasting points in other areas, you reset, you come back, you do it again. For now though, this is just additional damage. We are using one-handed weapons, so we go for that. And we then go there, 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 and will then be something like it. There's still a lot. There's still a lot that I don't know about this game, but one of the things that I do know is we are doing at least 60 points of damage with our dagger. I will demonstrate for you now. There you go. Because I've worked out through punching her multiple times how the damage system works as far as strength with your fists, and then worked out how much HP she's got. It is oh, Coop. Oh, I've got a great one here for you, Kupo. So I usually hate numbers and life bars in games. You'll see that I have got the life bars on for the bosses because we're playing a bit of an unfamiliar build and I want to know if things are going well, but normally I play this game without any of that because I like it to look cinematic. One thing I would like, would it be possible for us to get damage numbers when we hit the training dummies? That would... It is a little bit buck, but if we could get numbers when we hit these... Because and again, this is like a dark and darker feature. There's training dummies. The game gives you no information. You don't get life bars of enemies. There aren't numbers jumping off of their heads. Because I fucking hate all of that. But if we could have it so that numbers spring up from these when you hit them to give players an idea of the damage that they're doing, it just means that A, you guys will have to explain less because I can experiment with better, sexier results. And yeah, and for me, that would be the point of having those training dummies here. I don't know anybody who would sit here and be like, oh, yeah, this is it's like real combat. This is I feel like I'm improving already. But if there was numbers springing off of here relevant to what I'm doing damage wise, again, that may be beyond. As I said, that may be beyond the scope of the game, though. The other thing I will say, Kupo, if any of these suggestions do get through, I am happy to be told, no, sorry, that's not how our game works, because there's things I am not a programmer. I just fucking work here, man. So there are things that I know that I'm suggesting that a dev would look at and be like, oh my fucking god, that's going to take like 40 hours worth of work just to make the numbers show. So, yeah. Ooh, good. No, I am looking forward to the arena. I'm looking forward to the arena in this game. There has Dungeons of Eternity recently released an arena game. For me, that game is kind of lacking in end game content for them to go the arena route already when there's not... I mean, there's a decent amount of content in there, but we're all after end game content. And this game is prime for an arena mode of some description, I think, because you have a wealth of content here. So arena mode I'm usually not a big fan of arena modes, but there you go. You might have just fallen behind. One of the things that I am going to do, because I know no one said it, but I am just going to stop the stream and start the stream a second, so bear with. It might time out and then it'll come back again. There we go. Right, cool. We're back. And the reason why I do that is because occasionally well, I think it's a quest thing, but does it now? Good. In that case, I don't need that on the test dummies then, in that case, potentially. But I mean, I suppose it would be nice. The one thing that I would insist on, Kupo, make it so we can turn all that shit off. If I want to make some glorious videos on this, I don't want life bars and numbers to be seen. Oh, no. I can't make it look. It's the one thing I always asked for from In Death Unchained, and they never did. And all it was hide the life bars, hide the numbers, and it would have made that game look amazing to the viewer. But instead, it's just cluttered. Absolutely cluttered. Right, you know that giant that we were talking about? What I need you to do, sir, is if you can get in here, or maybe I don't know, slit your wrists, and I'll siphon a little off of you. This doesn't need to end. It doesn't need to end in violence. It doesn't need to. No, but it doesn't need to end in violence. It doesn't need to end in violence. Okay. They choose violence every time these days. They really do. I got ya. Oh. Where's your weak point? It's just armor. It's just armor. Good hit. I didn't think I was in his blast radius for that one. What a prick. Okay, well, so this is when I do a new build. This is Doc. This is how I go about. Because some of the bosses we've come up against, me doing this does quite a lot of damage, and so we know then that that's a good shout. We're not doing enough to this guy at the moment, so we're going to sit back, we're going to take a look at his moveset, learn how to fight him, and then slowly whittle him down again. So build wise, I'm just pushing towards pierce damage with the daggers, so it's all about strength and pierce at the moment. So I guess we can't talk about it this time, could we?
Human flesh.
What is your obsession with human flesh? So, can't attack these enemies until they set themselves. You know that he'll be taking damage when his life bar appears, which will happen round about now. And then you can see his life bar. Hello. Now, I do know that he gets to a point within his attack phases where he fucking throws his club at you. Oh, here we go. Oh no. And can we not play whack-a-mole with the assassin, please? It really hurt. To be fair, actually, that's the second time I've heard that this week. Yes, please. It's the... No, I don't mind, because the flipping is quite easy to do in this game. It's one of the things that I'm really hats off on with this, is the ability to let go of the grips, hold the triggers, and then, like, adjust the weapon how you want it. Really good for the two-handers. Yeah, okay for this. But yeah, I like that. I think that's a really good... There's the one thing that I will say, Kupo, although I've got lots of stuff... You're a fucking idiot, that's not what that's for! I'm fucking stabbing you up now. Where's your weak point? Is it the face? It's not the face. Oh yeah, no, of course. The thing is, it's literally just the parry guard. All the other daggers have been fine. Don't pick it up. What a piece of armor this is! Okay. Yeah, stampy stamp. This guy's got the moves. Hup. Thankfully, this guy is reasonably... Now, so one of the problems that we've got here is we're a pierce build. We are doing a decent amount of damage. It is a little bit. We are doing a bit of pierce damage, but not enough, in my humble opinion. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa! So, let's use the crossbow, everybody, in the way that God intended. Because blunt damage is best against Oh, shit. Fuck. Wow, that's quite an arena. That's quite a radius. So, blunt damage is what we need to use against armor, because our pierce is... I mean, it's doing the job and we can whittle him down, but I want to kill him nice and quickly. I will kill him nice and quickly. So... Oh, yeah, no, you better believe I did. This is the problem that I get when I chat, Kupo, but there you go. All part of the game. So, now, as I've said, using the crossbow is not great in this. I wish we had like a one-handed crossbow as opposed to this, because it's very difficult and unwieldy to use and it doesn't look right. Although it's accurate as to the model, it doesn't look right. I mean, that did a decent amount of poise damage. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's not decent damage. No, it's not, but this is. So, you know how we said we were using a crossbow? Yeah, that's right. Hup, hup. Using the crossbow as intended. 24/7. Ow. That really hurt. We'd be silly not to use a dagger at the same time. Well, so because the crossbow will count as... I don't even know if there's a flesh point for us to pierce here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What, smashing him with the fucking crossbow? Yeah. So, basically, we'll be a lot more effective against armoured opponents by bashing them, because that's the whole point of bash damage in these sort of games. So, we use pierce against something that has obvious flaws in its armour. Got a nice little rhythm going on there. Bash, stab, bash, stab, bash, stab. But we're doing better off just bashing them with a crossbow. See? See? Using the crossbow as intended. Wrong area, idiot. Take this. Yep, yep. You know, whilst he's going back for his weapon, this is where we want to try and capitalise and smash him with the crossbow more, and more. Ooh, got his attention. Oh yeah. Hey, I don't know if you know or not. I don't know if you know or not, but I do do tips and tricks videos. On games, as it happens, keep. I know you know. And the reason why it worked is because our crossbow does a decent amount of blunt damage. Ow. Don't get greedy! Don't get greedy! Oh. Hey. No. I bet you all feel like idiots now coming into this stream thinking, oh my god, the way that he's going to be using this crossbow is going to be beautiful. The headshots, amazing, out of this world. The distance, unthinkable. No, we're going to bash the living brains out of them with the crossbow. That's about the extent of its use for this run. Although when we get armor-piercing ammunition, that may be a thing. Now, thankfully, the giant has deposited some of his blood on the floor. Thank you very much. And this kind of threw me the first time I come across it. What I figured first and foremost is, okay, you need to absorb the blood. There we go. Start absorbing then. No. Hold trigger when you have this is how you... Yeah, no, you really do. Actually, you really do sometimes forget. It's like, what's the duck button again? Oh yeah, I'm in VR. I can actually duck. Can actually duck now. Right. So we are a little ways off our next level. If you saw, we needed, I think it was 6,000 matter. We do not want to be going into tough areas with with really close to a level up. We don't want to be taking that risk. One of my little tips and tricks that I think I was showing off last stream. Yeah, bludgeon them to death with the crossbow. Standard practice on this channel. Right. So, if you come to the auditorium once you have unlocked it, and you've made your way through the level and unlocked the shortcuts, there is a nice little... I mean, it is a bug, so use this whilst it's going. I'm sure it'll be corrected. Cupo, I don't know if you probably want to report this one. It's probably already been reported. Or people are using it and they don't want to report it because it's a nice way to farm souls. Not many, but some. So... once you have, yeah, do we, actually, yeah, I do want to test my daggers here. We'll go flat up against the wall. Hello. And then, dead. Down. Down. Hey, you're supposed to be dead. Ow. You're not dead. Up. Oh, do you? Oh, fair enough, Koo. Come on, give me your hitbox. Yep. No. Yes! That is one of the most satisfying things about this whole fucking game. The fact that enemies that can usually take multiple hits when you're bouncing off of their armor and such, is that if you can get those weak point strikes... Again, the game is not spot on for it either. There's times when you think you got them and you didn't. You need to be very precise, but at times I think the hitboxes are off a little bit. So anyway, when it comes together, it's cool as fuck. So once you have this door unopened, which you do by going through the level and coming back this way, you can simply run through this corridor, run into this corner, and you will hear this guy appears, and you will hear two enemies die, and we get the matter for them. So here we can quite easily, he says, ow, we can get 240 matter quite quickly without having to do a lot of work. It's basically 3 kills for just having to do 1. And then all we do is we run back down here again. We don't even need to kill those 2 guys. I was just testing my daggers out. We go over here. We reset. And we do it again. And yes, Cupo, I know about the boss. I've killed him multiple times, probably not on this run. Yep. Oh, yes. Thing is, of all the game that I've played, and I've played it... Ooh, ghost enemy. I've played it, obviously, quite extensively, so I can, you know, think about starting to do tips and tricks videos from at least an average player point of view, is that it's the only place that I've found in the entire game where you can do that. So, hats off. Looking good. Right, so we now have our 6,000 souls, and we are now heading back to town, because we don't need any more souls. So we'll use those to get our level up, make ourselves stronger, get a little bit closer to more pierce damage. And we need to take to the herbalist anyway.
Stay in your heart, firm your grip.
Level up. Yeah. Hey, farmer's gonna farm. Kupo, farmer's gonna farm. So that is a 5-point increase of strength, which will basically be the equivalent of 5 points of damage. What I need to start working out is how pierce damage works, because I think pierce, slash, and blunt damage are just extra additional damages applied that then have bonuses, but I can't work that out just yet. I haven't tried, to be fair. I will at some point. Anyway, right, that's our level up done. We are now on very little matter. We don't actually need to talk to him, but I'll get his dialogue out of the way because, yeah.
Excellent work.
Thanks.
With this, we can find. They must
We
be
can.
searching for a way. The path to the
Yes.
castle is
Indeed.
The reports
Quite.
have it that there is an. It's said to
Huh.
be the source of a.
hence
Yes.
lions. But to be juvenile
Skip.
jealousy. Well,
Skip.
the heaviest task
Skip. So,
lies
just in case anybody is at the stage of the game as me as well, because I don't like listening to all of the story when people are watching, because A, it takes a long time, and B, it kind of kills the game for giving you something to go back to. I've obviously done this a lot. No, that is...
Allow me to strengthen your what lies ahead.
That is going to be very good, Kupo. That is going to be very good. I mean, the thing is, like, I know I ask for all of these things, but in my heart of hearts, I kind of don't want them. And the reason being is because, well, I'm the tips and tricks guy, right? I work all these things out. And if the information is hidden, well, you know, that has been my bread and butter in games since day dot of the channel. But... yeah, a few numbers here and there would make my disseminating process a lot easier. Good. Yeah, as long as you can turn it all off, that's good. The other thing, if people didn't realise as well, is what I'm doing is, again, something that was added. I feel for the speedrunners, but and myself as well, who've played through the game many times. If you hold the right trigger button, it sometimes works with the left. For me, it works with the right best. Hold the right trigger button whilst the NPC is in dialogue. You'll get a little bar that builds up, and then keep holding it down, and it will skip through the dialogue for you. So nice and fast. Right, we need to go back to Castle Arguet. I can easily butcher the French language. Arguet, Arrogate, something like that. I always go for the wrong door first time. Nope, this is the right door. And then you hold the seal up to it and hold trigger until you get the loading screen. Again, these are all... yeah, right. Ah, very good. Very good, Kupo. Very good. If only I had the parchment and the scroll and the parchment and the scroll of writing, it would be great. So, this is our Dark Souls Incorporate. This is as Anolondo of level, and it looks fucking great as well. The one thing that keeps surprising me on this game is where you can get to, where the developers actually allow you to get to. Like, see that roof up there? You can run along the top of that. and it's specifically designed that the character can run on the lower part of it, but not all the way up the top. There is, see in the distance there, right at the back, that tower where you can see a little bit of detail is climbable. That is where you will find the royal something armor. I can't remember what it's called now. And then, again, when I found that, I was like, this is fucking great. And I didn't even get there legitimately as well. I found another way to get there, which I'll try and show off. You can basically get the armor that's in that tower a little earlier than you should do. So... yeah, tissue removal button when. So, yeah, this is very much our, or it feels to me anyway, like the Anor Londo. And we have some new enemies to encounter, the hardest levels of knights. They have so tiny heads as well, it's great. When you knock their helmet off, wait, and snap. Ooh. Straight through the heart. Did you see that? You want some too? Now, we are going to struggle against this guy because I don't even think I can get my knife. Wait. I'm trying to explain. I don't even think I can get my knife through that grill. It's too tight, either that way or that way. But you'll also notice, once again, they have decided to wear their cuirass with the finest pantaloons, and the pantaloons are easy stabs, as is that guy's face. In one. And we can go for the arms as well, but they're a harder shot than the legs. Damn. Ow. Hey! And then there was one. Right, let's... Now, I never have tried... Ow. No kick game. No kick game in this one. Uh-oh. That's a wooden palisade. No kicking in this one. Unfortunately, we just have to wait for their attacks. That's a lovely spin, mate. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I see what you're doing there. 2, 3. Stab. Hey. No, so their arms are actually armoured. Underneath that. I know this kind of looks a little bit silly with me trying to stab them in the legs all the time, and I suppose it kind of is, but it's my own fault. Ow. It's my own fault for taking daggers. So, that is a thing. Cool. Well done, everybody. Taking huge amounts of damage there. Excellent work. Right. On. Oh, come on. There we go. Whew. Right, so, done, ambush from there, unsuccessful. There is lots of little skips in this game, I might add as well. One of the ones that I like to do, this is when I'm speed running, is stairs are very much your friend in this game. We can't straight jump onto here, but if we run downstairs, we can. And that just opens up the ability to get onto these railings, just opens up possibilities. So it really does. But I would usually get onto one side, jump across to another. When I'm doing my speed running routes, I would go along here, across here, and then carry on. We're also quite safe up here as well, and if that's not what we want, that didn't work. Although I feel like the sound, you liked the sound effect, didn't you? Right. These guys are going to be pretty difficult. Yeah, they do magic now. Alright, let's try that crossbow as intended. Hold still, fella. Fuck. I think we annoyed him. Alright, I want you. You, man, I want you. Now, note how he is a lot faster than that guy. That guy's the tank. This guy is not the tank. So, if we make it a bit of distance, he'll run at us, separating the two, and then we can pick them off one at a time. Picked off one at a time. Now, you are going to present a problem. I don't know how to kill you with daggers. He doesn't seem to have the same... Gorge it. Oh. Oh, well, it looks like all that fancy armor was just for show. Excellent work, everybody. Well done. That might be down to the amount of strength that we have. Okay. Souls. Potions. No. Now... And that's a Warhammer. Priest of Sigmar. Priest of Sigmar build when? Priest of Sigmar build coming. Hello Tar, welcome to the stream. Now then, on. What we like for health. We could do with a top up. The other one that I was going to say, Kupo, was I want Dark and Darker in VR. I know that there is a project coming soon called Reeve, which is going to be Dark and Darker in VR. I think you have captured, like, obviously the essence of Dark Souls, but this would be such a better palette for Dark and Darker in VR than I think Reeve is looking at the moment. But Reeve is still very early days. I'm a massive Dark and Darker fan. I want them to create a Dark and Darker mode within Dungeons of Eternity because I think that could work. But, yeah, I don't know if that's on the cards. Bastard. Come on, move your shield. Just give us... Damn. Can you move your shield? Ha! Try and be agile assassin-y like, shall we? Ooh, a penny? No. Still getting wet. Come on now. Just get stabbed. God, what? There we go. Yes! So, with daggers, with that shorter range, getting the riposte makes... It seems to make those hitboxes bigger, and I've never really played around with that. I've usually been able to just stabby. Co-op is apparently coming to this one. So... Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I have my thoughts on Dark and Darker as well, but yeah. Ooh. As I said, I'm a big fan, but excellent. Yeah, as I said, I have my concerns about Dark and Darker in its future. Hopefully it manages to pull through. Are they in the right, though? Very controversial subject at the moment. So, now then, part of the reason that this level is particularly special for us is standard crossbow, get out of here. Royal crossbow. Now you're talking. But... Imperial Guard. The crossbow is only going to come into its own. The crossbow is only going to come into its own when we get the armor-piercing arrows, and I'm very keen, and I know you guys are as well, to find out just how nasty that crossbow can be. Now, this is one of the things that I don't like about these style of games, these, what I would class as a one-and-done. Grimlord is not a one-and-done. If you like Dark Souls, you like building classes and tech trees and using different weapons and thematic builds and good, solid combat, most of the time. Now, But, you know, they're still working on the game, so. The thing that I don't like, and the reason why everybody seems to hate roguelikes and that we've got too many of them in VR, I don't like the fact that I know that there is a guy that's going to ambush me round that corner. I want my skills to be tested. I don't want to have to, you know where everyone is. This game can be easy enough, and then if I know the location of all the enemies, oh, come on now. Whereas random dungeons, random enemies, even an arena mode where different combinations of things are spawning at you, that allows you to test yourself in combat. And I always feel like a game that is just story mode one and done, you can't really do that because you know what's around every corner. Anyway, rant over. I'll just stab him. See, this could have been your day. Your ambush. Oh, that was in. This could have been your day, you dog. But instead, you have been killed because I knew you were there. He just dropped a bomb. I'm putting that down to the fact that that was no suicide night. Telling you now. No suicide night at all. Right. Okay. So, if you were looking for the next level of armor for a wizard build, here it is, the Black Magister robes. So you'll see that now and by holding a palm, is it both? Or is it just, no, it is both. By holding both palms up, we can change into that armor. And just by going near it, you'll see it said Black Magister robes obtained. Now, when we have this, if we put both hands on it, we can see its stats. Stamina is the amount of health that you will get from the armor, your base health. Magic is obviously the magical, I think that's to do with your mana. Balance is to do with how much it takes to knock weapons out of your hands and your level of poise. Movement speed is obvious. The one that this is very special for is it's the first piece of armor that you get that has MP recovery on it. So that means that per second you are getting 0.5 of a mana back. So mana, when you are wearing the Black Magister robes, regenerates. And also, who doesn't want fucking claws on their armor? How cool is that? Very cool. Anyway, but that is for another day. That is for Von Build Day, where it will be magic only, and it will be a very quick run, let me tell you, because like a good Dark Souls game, magic is fucking broken in this game. Royal Sword. These we need. These are huge, because now we're upgrading our small pots to big pots. That's great. Oh, these, you crush these as well, for matter. Just in case. The gloves are great on this. It would have been one of my favourite armours, but I've completed the game a couple of times now, and there's a slightly better one for mages. If you know, you know. I kind of like the fact that I have to spin them, but I shouldn't have to. As you said, don't let it annoy you too much, Kupo, but yeah, it definitely needs sorting. That thing is, as well, though, of all the weapons that I've tried, and I've tried a good few, it's the only one where it's only because, yeah, they haven't left-hand modeled this. I would imagine it'd be quite an easy fix. So, but then how many people are going to use these parry guards? Possibly nobody. It is the Pope hat. Now, again, I know enemy over there. I tell you what, actually, Cooper, that's another thing that I would love to see, like a remix mode where, like, just, you know, random enemy placements, and if you want to be particularly statistic, random enemies. That would be fucking great. Anyway, and you're not gonna get a chance to catch me. Damn. Stabby, stabby. I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like an assassin. I don't feel like I feel more like a thug with a knife. I mean, you saw me using the crossbow earlier. Fucking crossbow thug life. Hello. Can we do anything clever here? We might be able to. Hey! That wasn't clever. Shit. That's just lost us a bunch of life. Okay, well, we'll fight you down here. Damn. I would love it. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, got you. Damn. Precision. Precision. Don't be a thug. Be an assassin. Oh, fuck. Don't be a thug. Be an assassin. Damn it. I'm not getting over his shield. The other one that I would like to see as well in this, but it'd be more to do with the arena mode, Kupo. There are a lot of games that have done a very good arena mode that actually has a roguelike element to it, and I think that would be more fundamental than a remix mode for something like this. So, like, for instance, you get random weapons given to you or random parts given to you, and you upgrade your character and your build as you go through from maybe arena to arena or something along those lines, and then that does away with the problem, the small problem that this game has, is that as you get in all those components, you just get better ones that make older ones, like, inferior, and you'll never use them. Like, hello, Mel, and that was excellent timing, because I was just about to say about Onward, and they've got a mercenary mode in Onward, which is fucking fantastic. So it takes the concept of Onward, but makes it into a roguelike mode, and you all start off with pistols. And the best part about Onward, for me, and the mercenary mode, is that you have to, as a solo or as a team, use things that you wouldn't usually, because you don't have access to everything. You only get access to what you unlock through completing missions. So everyone starts off with a pistol, and then there'll be a random selection of rewards. Are you a sniper and you've never used anything but a sniper? Mercenary mode will show you, and it's just such It's just such a good thing. Yeah, no, I have seen that, Buck. I'm hoping that they do both. Buck, I will tell you now. Oh, nice. So there is a big update coming to Onward this year. So one of the... Hang on, what was... right, so... Little channel announcement now. I don't recommend games, or, like, you know, I mean, I kind of do, but again, for me, it's based... Any game can be worth it based on the price, or most, anyway. Tier 1. I've done some work on Tier 1, and I'll tell you now, I think that game is... I think it's some kind of cash-in to just put a game out for the people who backed it via the Kickstarter. To me, that game looks and feels like fucking somebody made a shooting game in VR chat, and I don't know, and didn't do a great job either. So yeah, Tier 1, I don't know, man. I think that one's dead in the water. I don't like being negative about games, but I also don't want people to even consider stuff. I mean, the thing is, if you don't believe me, buy the game, play it for an hour. The thing is, you won't be able to, because there's nobody playing it. So, and there's a good reason why there's no one. So, it may be from the people of Onward. It may be from the people of Onward, but I think it might be from the people that got fired from Onward, if I'm deadly honest. I don't think it's from the good devs of Onward. It hasn't turned out very well. And don't get me wrong, I was very... Oh, shit. There we go. Ooh, fuck. I was very excited. I was very excited for Onward. not Onward. No, not same studio, ex-developers. But we had the same with, oh, what was that game called that I didn't like? I can't remember now. It'll come to me in a minute. Oh, The Burst. Okay, Kupo. I think The Burst is the same. Because Stride is a very good game. Burst fundamentally has a lot of problems. And I think... Oh, got ya. Ow. Oh, yeah, shit. I'm being outfought here, chat. No! That's not the right thing! That's empty! Can we just wait? Oh, fuck off. Yeah, The Burst. Nice. The Burst is the same problem. The Burst is from the same team that developed Stride. Stride, I think, is a good game, especially the original. A bit burnt of the fact that they didn't give us the Mirror's Edge experience in the original Stride like they promised. They made us buy another game to get that. But, you know, things change and so on, and I think it was okay. Again, even that, if you want Mirror's Edge in VR... Stride Fates is the only way, but I appreciated the first Strides game. I thought it was very good. But people who made The Burst are, yeah, employees from that were part of the Stride team. And as I said, I think it's just people that got fired from the Stride team potentially. So, and I think Tier 1 is the same. And as I said, I was very excited for the concept of Tier 1. I thought it would be, because we don't have anything that is that slow, tactical, methodical, precise gameplay of and gunplay in VR. We don't have anything. The closest, and this is a stretch, is probably Breaches from what I've come across. There are some others as well, but they're not big games, so you might not know them. But, yeah. Are you just going to stand there then and guard the guy who's going to shoot arrows at me? It's fucking great. I mean, if you've got yourselves in a little lover's tiff there, is who gets to go and kill me first, I'll loot. I'll loot whilst I'm waiting. Thank you, Vaughn. Ooh, square handle. As I said, I don't like being a dick about things, but I also I also don't recommend games often. The unwritten rule on my channel is, well, if there's tips and tricks videos about it, I wouldn't do tips and tricks videos for a shit game now, would I? So that's the seal of approval from me, if ever there is one. Oh, have you sorted it out now? Typical, you sort it out after I've looted. I do not want to get caught there. Right, you're slow, you're arching. And I'll go, hup, 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 hup. Stop, stop, stop. What the fuck is wrong with their armor? Come on. Haha! We have got an element of pierce to these daggers, so my shots against the armor, although they are being blocked, they are still doing some pierce damage to them. So... well, yeah, there is that. There is that. Hey, look! It's royal! What's the difference? One's got a bit of gold leaf on it. I mean, it is actually a different design of crossbow as well. Just in case anybody wanted to know what you're supposed to do with this, is that's supposed to go to the floor, and you put your, like, toes or foot through it to secure the weapon to the floor, whilst you then drag the string up. So, but then to be honest with you, this is quite a, or would be considered back then, I suppose, quite a weak crossbow, because you're not having to use any sort of pulley device or system to bring this back, so it's not going to be able to fire off a bolt at many pounds. But, you know, we'll try. So, let's, ooh, actually, Onward's great. Onward's a great game. Oh, we did get a trinket as well. I don't know. Increase holy resistance. The other thing that I was going to say, Cooper, I'd love to see more from the amulets as well. Things that, like, maybe change the game. If you wanted to put a silver-tongued devil amulet into the game, I would be very happy with that idea. And, of course, it would give I don't know, when you're wearing it, a 20% discount when dealing with the merchant. Because, you know, silver tongue and everything, right? Oh, it's a hit. Yeah, they're coming back. Don't worry, K2. I haven't forgotten about Onward. It's just one of these things that I do with games is when I hear that there's an upgrade. Ooh. When I hear that there's an upgrade of a game on the horizon, I'm like, well, I ain't playing that then until it's upgraded. Why would I continue learning and using a system? Why would I? Okay, well, let's try and hit him with it then. Yeah. Ah! And that's how you use a crossbow in medieval times. You want some too? This is royal. Oh, you don't. Crossbow superior. Right. So we can happily throw that on the ground and that will be collected by our goblin. But yeah. Now yeah, it has been too long on Onward, but from what I can gather, the upgrade is just around the corner. So right. So yeah, I think the royal crossbow is a complete success. It bashed good, chat. It real bashed good. So I don't know what they could really do, because the thing is, the annoying thing is, the crossbows are actually working and designed as intended. If you look, that is how you would have to hold it. You'd have to have your palm at the top and then your hand here to be able to pull the trigger up. But it's just not very good in VR. It basically means that you kind of have to use it like a shotgun, and I want either precision or handheld. So, but I don't know what you can do about that. I really don't. So anyway, so what have we got? What's the difference between royal? And just in case anybody wanted to know how you do a comparison of things, hold your hand on both of them and it'll bring both of them up, and then that saves you having a dick about. So look, there you go. Poise damage, more. Blunt damage, more. And archery damage rate. So I believe that is a multiplier that goes onto the bolt or arrow, depending on its properties. Poise break and shot damage. So I think this would be doing 70 points of damage per hit, because our archery rate is 2.0. But then I don't know where strength factors in with all of that. Do you know where strength factors in with all of that? I said, do you know where it factors in with that? Shit. The other thing that I don't like is the grip point of this is really twitchy, because if you grip it too low down, you switch hands, and it doesn't. Yeah, it seems to be very like that. I should have grabbed that there twice now. It needs to be a little bit more forgiving. Ooh, sorry, dude. That was right through the visor. I made you look like a fucking idiot for wearing all that armor. He's been lugging around in that armor for days, and it did nothing for. Well, I mean, it blocked a couple of shots, so it wasn't a bad effort. So, what now? We have been bludgeoning people with our crossbow in a very thug assassin style-y, And as soon as you get armor-piercing arrows, that's going to change, because this should be even more powerful and consistent than the bow with armor-piercing arrows. And we've all seen my horrendous accuracy and what I can do with the bow in this game. And it's going to be even better. Oh, actually, the other thing I was going to say, Kupo, as well. If you can do it so that I can draw arrows with the trigger... Oh, hang on a second. Strength controls the reduction. I don't know. The higher the strength, the more... Ah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I never knew what the strength... I assume it was you have to have a base amount of strength to be able to get the most out of the weapon. So technically, we're not able to get the most out of a crossbow yet in that circumstance. So, one of the things that I can do as a little carrot... Oh, hang on a second. Let me just bash this knight's brains in with a crossbow. Would you like a bolt? No. I mean, I don't know about you, Kupo, but it's pretty effective if you ask me. In not the intended way. So one of the things that I will, because you've been putting a lot of carrots in the stream, as a carrot for the devs, if they can give me the option to draw an arrow. So what I'm hoping you can do is grab the quiver with grip and just grab the arrow with trigger, and then that allows you to easily grab the quiver with grip and then easily instead of the system that you have now where you switch between with trigger, either grab arrow and then press trigger and then grab quiver. But that's what I'm after, and if you do that, I will dedicate a stream, possibly two, to a ranger playthrough and show you all what I can do with the bow in this game. Spoilers, you've already seen it. So, but anyway, spoilers, it's not very good. Hello? No, that's a bad night. He's still reloading. So, once we've knocked his helmet off, we'd actually be better off stabbing him. Ow! I hate crossbow guys. Crossbow off? Cool, we made it. Whew. We made it, chat. We made it. Like, again, as well, I really love the environments in this game and everything that goes on about it. Wait your turn. Oh. Armor's not going to fucking help you. Well, it might. Oh, right in the eye slit. Another thing that I would like to see, actually, Kupo. So, throwing in this game, I'm sure you're aware, is just... I mean, I know I haven't exactly got throwing daggers, but even if I wanted to put some zing into that, I can't. That's another thing that I would like. It's the first thing I tried when I was doing Assassin, is trying to get some zing in throwing, and I've tried it against enemies, and they just shrug it off. You know, I'd love to be able to throw effectively in this game, even if it meant a pendant that allows you to do it. And I love, it's like, there's so much I could talk about this game that I can really applaud the Grimlord developers for, but it should be standard in VR games. This is great. I'm wearing a necklace. I can use that necklace and check the properties of that necklace by grabbing the pendant that's around my fucking neck. Shock. We're in VR. What? You know, it's like, it should be standard stuff in VR. So, yeah. Hey, look, watch, right? It's not doing it, really, is it? But I also Oh man, this armor's shit to pierce. Excellent. Yes, please. I don't know how much it would matter, but I know there's a lot of people who are in the chat right now that play Dungeons of Eternity, and throwing in that game is peak, in that it has a decent, if you ask me, it has too much auto-aim, but it has enough auto-aim. The thing is, there's nothing wrong with having auto-aim for throwing, because making people feel like a badass in VR is exactly what some people are here for. Now, this kind of game, not so much, because you don't come into Grimlord, or Dark Souls for that matter, expecting to be OP, do you? No. You can get OP, but you don't start OP. Yeah, it kinda was. How's my aim? Nailed him! I mean, I hit his thigh armor, and he doesn't seem to be too bothered. Maybe a little higher. Nope, that hit his staff. Okay, we're getting there. It's like firing a mortar. Yep. Oh, that got your attention, did it? That got your attention, didn't it? Again, it's another thing, and I don't know if you'd probably... Kupo's not going to know me for my Dungeons of Eternity work, as much my Dungeons of Eternity work, or even my In Death Unchained work. But one of the things that I will say about this game, and I believe this is high praise, and some people might be like, oh man, paid actor, but for me, this game's bow play is actually better than what I've experienced in Death Unchained, and I put In Death Unchained as kind of like the top level of archery, and it's for a simple reason, and it's a simple reason only. In a lot of archery games that I've played, I haven't had to produce a sight picture. So you might, those of you who don't know, like your riflesman principles, or even bowing in real life or anything, your marksmanship principles would be that you need to line that bolt up, the kind of top shaft of the bolt up, with your target to be able to hit it. You can't get behind the bow enough on Dungeons of Eternity, really, and you can't get behind the bow enough on In Death Unchained to be able to make a sight picture, but it doesn't matter in those games because you've got unlimited arrows. With this, you do have to make a sight picture, and it shows, and it makes it, when you get that sight picture and line everything up and put it all together and fire that shot and headshot them and send them spinning, chef's kiss. Very good. Very good. And as someone who's, you know, I've been around the block a couple of times on IDU, I know a thing or two about that game. And for me to say that I think this game is on par, if not possibly slightly better, with the archery is very, like, silly levels of praise. Armor piercing arrows unlocked. Oh man, can we not have bolts? Can we not have bolts? So another thing to note as well, one of the things I found, if you see these bodies in poses a lot of the time, they usually denote that there is something there, like a secret. Now, we can't get to the mithril staff, which is the secret up there, through this route. We actually have to go up that tower. That's the same tower that has the armor at the top of it. For anybody wondering, you have to jump across that, and you have to go along these battlements here, and the way that you get to it is there is part of the game that unlocks... Oh, I know there is. I just wanted them now. There is part of the game where you unlock a path that comes across here, and then you can either climb up to get the armor, or you'll see there you can climb down, fall onto that like little thing, and you just basically have to slowly work your way down through taking full damage, so make sure you've got plenty of potions. But you can get down there, and then the mithril staff, which is arguably now, thanks to Chicken Sink pointing it out to me, one of the best staffs for fire and ice magic, but not the best staff for lightning. So we'll be having a look at that later. Did I open that chest? I did. Right, on. We're going to go to one of my least favourite areas next. This should be a lot of fun. It's probably not going to be a great one with knives. So, yeah. A lot of... I mean, actually, it might not be too bad with knives, because the problem is there's a lot... This is basically a lot of corridors and a lot of groups of enemies. So if we can deal with them nice and fast, we should be fine. Now, we are a little way off of our next level. So, what are we going to do? We're going to go to that little cheaty spot that I was showing you in the auditorium. We're going to grab a handful of souls. We're going to level up. We're also going to go back and review and see if we've got more knives. And I also had another plan. Because what, dear chat, is better than one royal crossbow? That's right. 2 crossbows. Hey. Yeah, Dragon Fist is another one that needs to be looked back at. Ow! God, you guys are getting really good at sword swinging. There we go. Not today. Hey. Oh man, my kingdom for precision. Stop it, dude, I'm an archer. Wait. Just in case anyone was wondering as well, there is a secret boss down there and quite a lot of enemies. I would not take him on during your first playthrough. Yes, yeah. I play everything standing that needs to be standing, and I do all of my turning in real life. So if you see the choppy bits of the side screen, unfortunately there's nothing I can do to stop that. Game says I'm basically turning too fast. Because I've always found, again, pie on standby, I can turn faster with more precision in real life than a controller can do. I always find that quite jarring, the whole snap turn. And as we've talked about extensively on this channel, smooth turning smooths my brain. I can't do smooth turning, so I do all of my turning in RL. I believe the kids call it. I mean, for me, it's the way that I like to do it, but on top, yeah, right, less secret. To be honest, yeah, I will show it off properly. So if you jump on here, again, very reminiscent of this sort of secret of something like Dark Souls, jump onto the one plank, then onto the other, then onto the other, and then you can make your way down there. Kill through that. There is a secret boss. When you've finished him, you will open this door. So the secret boss's weapon is particularly good if you are a fan of halberds, which I am. So... right, let's head back to base. Because that, I think 7,000 is exactly... Or did you want 8?
Share your pain with me, your doubts, your hesitations.
And she does like it. She's into it. There we go. So, we have now hit that magical 15. Oh, we hit that a while ago, actually. Now, we want to be going for pierce damage, which is up that way. Single knockdown. Knocking down enemies isn't really that good an idea for us. We want them up so we can stab them good. And blocking increases chop damage. Meh. Yeah. Yeah, halberds are great in this. We haven't got a lot of things that we can spend points on here that will help us, because two-handed, no. Perfect block increases knockdown, we don't want that either. Double knockdown, we're not two-handing. Single knockdown, to be fair, we are going to have to get that to get to that, so we're going to need it. Is there anything that we can do to increase our strength soon or now? No, 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 no. I'd love this, like, this tree is great, the idea for it is great. Bigger. Bigger, please. I'd like to have to walk down a fucking gallery to level up my character. I do think, I'm hoping as well, because another thing I was going to say, Kupo, is that I like this, but at the end of the day, we've gone back to pointer menus, and I wish there was something a little bit more fancy that we could do with the level up system. I mean, it does the job. There's some things that you can't get round. What is the solution? I don't know, man. I just work here. Oh, we are not One Punch Man for her, not yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Because, like, for instance, this is fucking glorious. It's such a good system in VR that it, you know, you're moving something around, you're picking the components that you want, and then press a button, he makes it. Glorious. You know, other games are just like giving you menus and then you use the fucking laser pointer. I'm not a fan of the laser pointers of that ilk within VR. And the thing that is nice to see is you haven't got many systems that do use the laser pointering other than the menus and the upgrade system. Everything else, like, you know, this could have ended up quite easily as a laser pointer system, but it is not. This is brilliant. Moving from area to area with the little sundial-y thing, and then crushing the crystal. So good. Oh, right. We were going to... until we get armor-piercing crossbow bolts, I think we're going to be playing with the crossbow a little bit differently. Hello, Peck.
That rope man did something to the mind. The auras and matters were not the same.
Out of interest as well, I think Peck's got about 360 HP. So if you have particularly powerful weapons, that is how you change that. No, that's true. And the thing is, I want more. I think that I think the system. I think the system does the job. If that's like the one place that you have to do it, then fair enough. But I don't want to hamper the variety of the game just for, you know, clever user interface. So, but I mean, couldn't you have a level up tree like this? So, you know, you move to like the archer bit of the tech tree and then activate on like smaller ones of these, and then when you've done the main one, you move to the what would be the two-hander tree, and then, I don't know, activate the things. Because this is great. It's such a simple idea. Why this isn't being done in more games is beyond me. Really is. In VR, obviously. So what I was thinking we do, chat, is I am aware of one thing that is better than one crossbow. Now, I know you might be thinking, oh, he's going to find a way to make armor-piercing bolts. No. What's better than one crossbow? 2 crossbows! Dual-wield crossbows when? Now. Now. Because we've seen quite how effective these are for bludgeoning. And, yeah. So why not have two? Yeah, no. Yeah. Of course. There you go. We can fight effectively. Truly, we are the god of crossbows. Okay. Let's go, and that is actually quite useful to us. So, yeah. You may note that I'm not actually bringing any bolts with me. When we get armor-piercing bolts, that will change. But for now, let's go to the royal tomb, shall we? Shall we? Thing is, right? You could... and it could be quite effective as well. You could load one crossbow, put the bolt into there, put it on your back. You could load the other crossbow, put the bolt into there, put it on your back, and then bam bam. And that could be quite good. You'd only get 2 shots as your kind of like opening salvo, but the problem to do that is we'd have to take one of our daggers off, and I don't want to have to do that. So, when we get armor-piercing crossbow bolts and a large quiver that will hold 50 bolts, then we're gonna fucking use crossbows the way that idiots do it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of the royal crossbows. Used as intended. But there you go. Again, very cool level. I would love to see a level that's kind of done. Hopefully this isn't too dark. If it is, I'll skip. Run, 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 run. Hup. Go on, then. I'm the parry dude. You've got to go first, otherwise my strategy doesn't work. Oh, he's added a service. Ha-ha. Ha-ha. You went first. Nope, not crossbows. What colour's that? One way to find out. That's blue. We don't like blue. Those are mana potions, by the way, the larger ones. I can go down there. Right. On. Another thing that I'd like to see, Kupo, I'm happy for you to tell me if they are in the game. I'm pretty sure they're not. One thing that I think the game might be missing from... If we could get an invisible wall or 2 in this game, or if there are invisible walls in this game, do tell me. I have been trying surfaces for places where it looks like there might be an invisible wall. If there are invisible walls in the game, please tell me that there are. However, don't tell me where they are. And please don't tell me that they are, but they're not. Because that's a lot of time that I could waste trying to find them. Right. But yeah, invisible walls. Hello. Yeah, that's great hiding place, you shit. Ah, fuck you. Oh. Oh shit. Trust me, when knives won't cut it, resort to bash with crossbow. they're actually great for parrying as well, because look how much girth you have to deflect the sword. It's amazing. Oh yeah. Of course. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I found... Uh-oh. No! No, Doc. Hey. No, no. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the other things that I would like to see in this game as well is a completion rate would be nice, so that when you go through a run or on a run that you know that you've collected everything that the game has to offer, unless that's not within the scope of the game, unless you want people to doubt whether they have everything. I think I have everything. I'd like to be wrong. It will result in many hours more of play. I'd also like to see New Game Plus represented in the game somewhere. I can work out what New Game Plus I am based on how much I can overlevel past 30 talent points, but other than that there's no way for me to tell. So just something simple in like the lobby or on the loads or on the load of the save, or better in the monastery. Yeah, the monastery back at home, somewhere that says, you know, I don't know, just a little note that says like your New Game plus 9 or whatever. Oh, get the crossbow guy. Oh, there's a skeleton archer. He's still alive. I knew it. I knew it. Yep. I mean, if these guys aren't going to put thigh armor on. So, excellent. But unfortunately, yeah, it's not far, it's not far, the old update. And yeah, unfortunately, Kupo, you haven't factored in for making a game that I find awesome and want to play complete, find all these things and then share that knowledge. So yeah, sorry about that. It's kind of what I do. It's kind of what I do. So yeah, I'd like to think that I found everything, but I might be wrong. There might be one or two things missing. So it's a shame that there isn't really, look at you, Sleeky, isn't really a way for me to check. But I'll just say I found everything until someone corrects me. Give me your thighs. Hey, whoa. One at a time's enough, fellas. One at a time's enough. Let's go and fight somewhere a little bit more my style, in the light and with room, enough room to swing a cat with 2 crossbows. Do you know what I think it is? It's not how effective I am with the crossbow, and it's not like it's the fact that they are royal, because royal things always bash brains in better than non-royal things, right? I play games, I know these things. I play games, and I know things. Easy job. Just in case anyone was... Oh, that's the blue potion. You can skip from there, down to here, and actually I think that's what this is designed for. If you leap off of that with the dash, you can hit this and you won't take much falling damage. It's great for sprinting through this part of the level, if that is what you are after. Nope. Yes. Now then. This part's fucking cool as well. I love, like, I can't even see anything. Oh, that's what I was going to say, Kupo, as well. I'd love to see a randomly generated dungeon. Oi, Jesus, where did you come from? Sometimes, man, this game, you think you know where everything is, and then somebody tries to wreck your royal crossbow run, don't you? So, yeah, like, I'd love to see a randomly generated, even if it's just, like, these halls and those and corridors. Oh, man. And random enemies. Fucking great. But anyway, right, so, I digress. But yeah, this part's very cool. Like, look at that. You can't even see him yet. Here he comes, look. Look at that big boy. So, we're now at the classic stage of Dark Souls, where things that were once bosses are now regular enemies! Yay! Alright, mate. Now, these ones are a little less armoured than the ones that we were fighting before, but there we go. Because they've got... Oh no, he is armoured. Jesus. Alright, steady on, pal. You chose this fight, not me. Fuck off. One at a time. Oh, this isn't working so well. Get out of it. Oh. Ow. Shit. Okay. Let's go and rethink that quickly. Hold on a second. Yummy. Right. Cool. Ready. Hup. And... Hey-ya! Right. Back to 1v1, bruh. Hey, no one said about any throwing shit. Ha! Victory is mine. Right. Huh? All right, the Cadogan. Oh, yeah. Easy. What's that one? Any of these amulets you pick up, as long as you pick them up, you can quite happily drop them, and then those amulets will be for... Oh, what's that say? Armor-piercing bolts when? I mean, to be fair though, this is pretty effective. Anything in the tomb? No. Right. Into the darkness once more. Hey, die. Thank you. Oh, you got a crossbow in the back. Yep. Lovely. They never saw it coming. Oh, they got the numbers. Come on then, Lurch. It's Poif. Bloody Poif. Ow. Ow. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Run, rabbit, run. That's not it. Huh? Sidle up beside him and knife him in the thighs. Silver-tongued devil, 2025. Right. Secret wall? Oh. I've tested all of these. There we go. Parry Duke. Parry Duke indeed. Right, so again, hats off to the level designer for this game. Everything feels correct. Everything feels interconnected, rightly, cleverly, awesomely, like, again, a good Dark Souls game should do. What you may or may not know from Dark Souls, or from this game anyway, is when you save, you reset an area of all of its enemies. If you die and die and die, you have to keep on restarting back at your checkpoint. As you get through to, like, points of the game, you unlock part of it that then that give you a quicker path to maintain your progress. Again, it's a very Dark Soulsy feature, very much apparent in this game, very well done in this game. The level design, the exploration, the reward for doing so in this game. Chef's kiss. Doing a lot of chef's kiss with Grimlord. Hello. I forgot about you almost. Ow! Almost cost me. Right, wait. Good. Okay, ready. That was shit. That was shit. And then, hop! Stabby, 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 stabby. Right, what we got? Flat blade. And through here. Now, we are actually quite close to the end of this section. That's fine. Ow, ow. I need to kill you guys. Important thing to note. Ah! Important thing to note with skeletons in this game as well is because they are, I think the lore behind it is correct, because they are truly undead, i.e. they are basically animated skeletons, they don't actually reward you with any matter for putting them down, but that's why they're so weak as well, I think. So, always put the skeletons down first. Cool, I think we're now fully upgraded. We don't have a normal pot left. All these pots are just bigger and just hold more health in them. Lovely. Now we need to get down there. Yes, that's a trap. No, I can't have his mace, although I can have something very similar. Ow. Ow. should have gone for the skeleton first, but I had the opportunity on those. Be very careful on this part. Oh, that was another thing that I was going to say, Kupo, is the life bars on here. Like, I've had it, or on my main character, I've got it so that my mana bar is actually bigger than my health bar, but the representations of those bars don't seem to change based on your health and your mana, so it's quite difficult. I don't know if that's a pain in the arse to have done, but yeah. Like, I've had my health, I've got my health currently on my normal character of like 500, and then my mana bar is at like 700 or 800, and it's still smaller than my life bar. I do think that these should kind of dynamically adjust based on the maximums that your character has. Stabby. Oh. Are you a crossbow guy? You are. That's a lot of dudes. Anybody wondering? Anybody wondering? I am definitely a thigh man. As are they. Alright, lovely. All of them up here. Is that a shortcut? No, that is just a dead door. Little trick for anybody who is trying to find secret areas, connections, or trying to find out if an area is interconnected in a way, or looking for secrets, or trying to find things. It's a bit of an exploit, but it's going to be something that always happens in VR, is if you press the Oculus button on the right control pad, you pause the game. When you pause the game, you can then walk through objects to check and have a look and see where things like closed doors and so on lead to. I wouldn't recommend it for your first playthrough because you don't want to spoil it, but when you get back into the game for a second or third time and you're looking for all those secrets and all those bits and bobs, and you can literally, I mean, I think for anybody who plays VR for a year or so, you probably know about the whole play space manipulation. Funnily, you can't do it by walking around in your play space when you're next to the wall, but if you bring the Oculus menu up, you can have a look through the wall. I find it quite interesting to find out how levels and again, this is one of the reasons why I can appreciate the time and effort and level of design that has gone into this game, finding where all of these things are. And ready? Thing is, you would... No. Again, it's just different, because I'm always looking for advantage and secrets and bits. I wouldn't use it in competitive, because you used to be able to do that in IDU to, like, locate the orphan. For those of you know IDU, you know what I'm talking about. But you can use that hack to locate the orphan in the really hard areas. And I mean, I knew about it, I reported it, there's nothing they can do about it, but you just never use it. But for little things like, I mean, you know, this is a single player game, there are no leaderboards, nobody gets hurt if anyone's, I mean, it's kind of a hack, but yeah, it works in most games, because you can't move through your play space into a wall, if I walk back, but as I said, if you Oculus it and then go through, the problem is, if you say, if I walk to here now, so I am now floating and I'm at the edge of my play space, you'd think, oh, well, he's a fucking idiot, he's just going to drop down to there. No, the game remembers where your body is and teleports you back into it. However, there is something that you can do, and that, note how I've jumped and then I have paused mid-game. If I now walk back here to the edge, I should unpause, and I land where I was. So you can actually use that to get more distance on your jumps as well. I've found the best way to do it is to jump and pause at the same time, because you can't start the pause then jump. And then technically, if you had a big enough play space, you could do what we would call airwalking. Now, something that you used to be able to do in Death Unchained is, for instance, you used to be able to it kind of would, I think, but then there's things that devs can do to stop it. So yeah, it isn't something that I think you can use competitively. It's something that in a slow-paced game you can make use of. But one of the things that you used to be able to do in Death Unchained is you used to be able to walk off of the ledges, because you're not supposed to be able to fall, and then you could basically airwalk, and airwalking was basically, as long as you don't touch, you can do the same in Into the Radius as well, actually. I talk about it in one of my videos, where games that have it where so basically you kind of play space to where you want to be, i.e. floating in midair, and then as long as you don't touch the movement stick and just use turn, you can then basically kind of like walk forward in your play space, turn around for real, turn around, so 180 for real and 180 in the game, and then walk, and then 180 for real, and then 180 in the game, and then walk. And again, this is an in-depth thing, so, but that's different. That works differently. But yeah, there's a lot of games that you can do these sort of things in, and I think a lot of people know about them. I'd like to think the vast majority choose not to use them, but I think I might be a rare breed in that situation. Right, onto the spikes, or spears rather, and down. Was there enemies down here? I can't remember. Obvious trap is obvious. That's actually on my checklist. I don't think so. I'll, in fact, what am I like for life? That's one of the things on my list to do. So, I'll be honest with you, I've tried it for some really high drops to try and get to places that I thought were secrets, but it turns out they're not secrets, they're just places that haven't been invisible walled off. Ooh, Spinebreaker. That's our next dagger, I think, people. Oh, come on. Come out. No. I know what happens when this happens. Stop it. Stop it. I need to get that before it fucking sporks out. There it is. Hold. No. Got ya. No. Yes. No. Ah, yeah, fucking. There we go. Got it. Oh, man. All that effort and we're full. Oh, yeah. We don't need that anymore. Fucking trinket. Lovely. I can't get that now. Shit. Fuck. Oh, there it was. Come on. Come on. Gimme. I haven't found this very often. I don't know why it does it, Cupo, but it's, yeah. There's usually a way around. It doesn't, again, as I said, it doesn't happen very often. It's annoying that you can't, like, reach into the chest. There you go. You can usually work your way around it, but it's a bit... I think that one's like a fringe case for looting. So, right, we need to pull that lever. When we pull that lever, he's going to wake up. But what he didn't bank on is us bringing crossbows to a melee fight. And he'd be right not to bank on that. Oh, hello. Now, I don't, because he hasn't got a life bar, I don't know if he's taking damage at the moment, but we're going to assume he is. But if he's like the bosses... Yeah. Like, he's got no armor on his... Well, he's got no armor on his knees, so... Why doesn't that stab? Stop it, you big lummox. Thing is, we don't actually need to fight this guy, because as you'll observe, This doorway here is a lot smaller than he is, and he can't get through here. The other way that you can fight him as well, if you have ranged or magic, you just get the other side of the door. Oh. This is empty! Don't you throw shit at me. Two can play that game. Okay, maybe one. Ow. Ow. And never in all my IDU years thought I would be fighting a giant with twin crossbows this way. I thought it was going to be a lot less glorious. A lot less glorious. Right. Don't need that. But yeah, he's going down reasonably quick. But yeah, my knives at the moment are not effective. Although we are coming up to peak daggered gameplay soon, I think. If it hasn't already been here. Ah, yeah. Another cool thing as well, once you've knocked an enemy down, once you have poise broken an enemy, these zombies especially, they then become quite ragdolly and you can just grab them and then... There we go. And it doesn't work for all enemies, I might add. Some get quite jiggly when you try and do that, but there are some enemies that you can grab. I know this because this is why I think unarmed combat in this game is fucking great. Picking up people and just launching them off things is fantastic. Stab, stab. I tell you what, I mean, the thigh is almost like the knee. The old grab and stab. The thigh is almost like the knee, and so the history of Lady Fafstrike continues. She is indeed the one that ended a lot of adventurers' days because they took a fucking knife to the knee. Yes. Your adventuring days are over. I mean, here's the adventuring days might be over for a different reason. Oh, I forgot about you. Well, see, I think you should stick to the theme, the sort of like dark fantasy. So I'm not a fan of like Wolverine claws in these side of games. I'd love to see it, and I don't think they would work in this game. However, I would like to see Cestus, the sort of like Roman gladiatorially kind of like basically knuckle dusters. Those definitely need to be in this game because they would fit. Wolverine claws, I don't think would fit. What would fit, but then that's the thing. So when the modding comes, someone will put Wolverine claws into this game, so you guys don't need to. The other one as well is the ones that Conan gets, where it's kind of like a blade that comes out of the end. It's like strapped up with a glove, and then a blade that comes out of the end there, but it's like quite a thick blade. So yeah, I suppose kind of like the predatory style things. But there's lots of historical, because that's one of the things that I again commend this game for. A lot of the weapons are, to me anyway, on a fantasy slant, reasonably accurate to their historical counterparts, and I for one think you should lean into that. So we're holding on to a lot of souls, and we're quite far through. Now we're going to do what an assassin's really good at. Ooh, we'll quickly stab you up though. His adventuring days are over. I'm going to check down here. I don't think there's anything. Rain. I'm trying to think what rain has. No. Are you talking about the Rain from Blood Rain? I don't think I actually ever played that. What's down that way? I can't remember. But we're fast enough to find out and then run away again. Hey, look. Chest. Thank you, Vaughn. Uh-oh. I don't know what blueprint that was. I'm sure I've got it. Probably got it in the past. So you note that I'm running past a lot of enemies at the moment. With good reason. I mean, quick little stabby stab on him. Historical magic. The best kind. Just like those ancient historian magicians used to do. Well, the thing is, like, all fantasy takes its basis from something, and a lot of its basis is, you know what I'm talking about, but a lot of its basis is from medieval, you know, and true-to-life stuff. And that's what this game does. It's got all that historical goodness with the fantasy flair, and I, for one, love it. We don't need to get this. So, this is one of the ways that we can play. As an assassin, I don't have to fight you. It would be a ridiculous idea for me to fight you with all that plate armor on. Unless... 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 How does it feel to be pummeled by a crossbow user? Hey! Oh! No! Cool. So that was actually another shortcut. Again, look what we have created here. He can't come through there. How unfortunate. Can I stab him without him attacking me? We'll find out in just a minute. Wait there. Hold that thought. Because I am desperate for help. Oh, yeah. No, I think the way that they work, the lurch... Oh man, you were going to be part of my tips in 30 ticks and now you've just fucking ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. That's basically cheating, dude. You can't use your animations to get through doors. Prick. Oh. Filled with regret, should have gone crossbows. I think it's brilliant. I mean, it'd be great if you died. Should have gone crossbows. The thing is, it's not just the way, it's the way he like, it's good, I like it. This is what I would refer to, Kippo, as good jank. It's the way he kind of like does the hit and then drags the rest of him through is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And scary to watch. And that's what you want. Is that not what you want? Right. What's this doing? Magic. Nope. So, hello. Bye. I've had quite enough of you lot for down here. So, because this is a nice, big, wide area, you can make use of your stamina bar, and as long as you don't have any souls on you, you can quite easily make it through this entire area. Oh, he looks so disappointed. He looks so disappointed. Oh, not gonna get to bash the guy in. The lady. Not gonna get to bash the lady in. Probably a simpler voice for a giant. Yes, before you ask, I've checked under every single fucking lift to see if there is a secret room. So, there isn't. Secret room under a lift when... It's the other thing I was going to say as well, Kupo. This, if you ever need to add any more items, and they're particularly powerful, and you need secret items... I have seen so many places that you already have pre-made in this game that need to have things in them. Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. It's very cool effect. So what? That's the Chaos Engine element of the Unreal side of things. That's cool. Yeah, that's like everything has a bone structure, isn't it, or something? If I remember rightly. Right. On. 3 hours. There was me worried that I'd have this completed too quickly tonight and we wouldn't be able to get a 3-hour stream. I'm gonna have to be careful though, because there isn't much left, so might have to do a third stream to get this one finished. Blame that guy with the daggers and the crossbows who's constantly fucking talking instead of getting on with things. It's probably his fault. Right. On with the things. Now, I'm going to show you all a lovely secret. Ooh, actually, no, we've got a lot of souls. I want to get a level up first. You, sir. One shot. So it's another very cool thing that you can use this game. Use the combat in this game for. The dash you can use to close that distance, and I feel like you can get additional damage. So like, for instance, it's one thing that games like this suffer from is trying to get close enough to enemies, especially if you've got shorter weapons. I find it difficult in VR and hand-to-hand combat. Not this game, even with longer weapons, like Hellsweepers is a good example of that. The maneuverability is way beyond the capabilities of the melee. Not in this game, but one of the things that you can do is just simply holding your dagger out in front of you and leaping forward with the dash button is very effective. A very effective attack. That's what we're going back for. Oh, mate, it's all gold and gilded, and it looks so cool, but someone forgot to put actual hard metal within their armor suits, and I, as an assassin with pierce damage, fucking love that oversight. Whoever commissioned the royal armor in this game ain't gonna fucking see the day out. Most likely. Oh, we could have took that back home then as well. Royal axe. Also, another thing, Kupo, I don't know if Peck is supposed to pick these up and deposit them in your chest. He is not. Because if I put that there, that won't end up in my chest 9 times out of 10. And I swear it has previously. I don't know if it should. It feels like a bit of a fuck you to the player that you haven't got the satchel space. But yeah. Yeah, it's fucking cosplayers in gold. Like, I know that if I've maxed out my satchel and I pick more up, then that will basically disappear to the level when I leave, and there's no way for me to now get that back home. There isn't too much of a reason, because you should be able to keep hold, but there are glitches where you use potions, so it is nice to have a surplus. And yeah, once you pick that up from a chest, that is then gone. I know that if my satchel is full, and I see that, and I know that my satchel is full, if I don't pick it up, it will be there next time I come. I'm not asking it to save, but I think Peck should probably be picking all these things up. Because if he was picking up all the bombs, I could do a bomb-only run. Mate, well, that could be quite difficult. But anyway, I digress. We could climb the ladder. The ladders are for chumps. Oh, we've got to level up first. And we've got to get the ever-loving, armor-piercing bolts, because armor-piercing arrows in this game are amazing. And so armor-piercing bolts should be even better. Right, on. Well, back, actually. Yeah, fucking cosplay royal armor. So what we'll do, I'll do my level up. We'll make the armor piercing at bolts. We'll give them a little bit of a test. I'll show you guys a super secret or two, and then we will call it a day. She is wearing pants under that skirt as well, I've checked. I mean, I saw it once by accident. So we'll... Oh, we've got some... So this is something that I don't understand as well. I seem to have got some extra points there for... I don't know why. I'm not going to argue. Because it hasn't taken anything away from me, and when I came back, I had extra points. I don't think that's intended. But I now know not to reset my talent tree because I've got extra points that I shouldn't have, which is lovely. Right, we're going to go single knockdown. I haven't got the 20 yet for that, but we're getting there. We will go... Increase one-handed weapon damage by 3. Yep. Increase physical damage. Yep. Increase physical damage. Yep. One more point, and I think I might save... Oh, no, we'd need to spend 2 more. We definitely want this. We definitely want this. No, I don't either. It's happened a few times as well. The thing is, funnily enough, Kupo, when these things happen, I don't question it. I don't question it. Well, I can't see... No, I literally just traded my souls in for 1 level up. No more, I think. Yeah, I had 12,000. I spent 8. I don't know why it's taken extra off of me. Never mind. Another thing, another suggestion that I would have, Kupo, and you could put this on a talisman, and I think it would be great. This is more my style of play. I would love to see either a talisman or a trait, which is the more souls you have on you, the greater a multiplier you get when you collect more, because... Who doesn't like risk reward, right? The more souls you have on you, the more you get. Oh man, that's overpowered until you fucking die, and then die trying to get them and lose them all. And it's just a way to... I've said, obviously in this stream, when you have a lot of souls, use them, invest them. There's no reason to keep hold of them. Make it so that there could be, if you wanted to play that way, a reason to keep hold of them. And yeah, I just think that's good. And I think that would make an excellent amulet. Call it the Devil's Advocate amulet, if you like. You know, that's a name that I could just bat around there. Hey, Peck!
The Black Man.
You little scamp. So we've got a nice collection of amulets coming along now. And I think... Oh, yeah, that's what we were going to do. Right, so we're going to retire 1 of our... Oh, yeah. No, I will do. Armor-piercing bolts. No, I mean, the thing is, you likely have everything. I could go back over my streams. Look, the thing is, Kupo, with the game like this that I'm really into, I've got ideas for days. But then the thing is, as well, I don't want to make suggestions about the game because I know that can be quite awkward for a developer that, like, you know, people want things, but devs also have a vision. I'm sure you guys aren't out of ideas. Let me know when you're out of ideas. I know you're not out of ideas. No, thank you. Thank you very much, Kupo. That saves me a job of having to write it out myself. I was getting round to doing it, I promise. So, right. Armor-piercing ammunition when? Armor-piercing ammunition now. So, these would historically be the equivalent of bodkin arrows, or bodkin ended, I suppose. I think it would be bodkin bolts.
People say the
and
started more than just the border.
They're
damn right. We all
the
come
difference
from the same root, humans,
is just basically, you know, as you can probably appreciate, piercing as opposed to a wider tip. So these ones are better for piercing ammunition. What I find they are able to do is that I find that these are more likely to hit the weak points and more likely to just forego ammo, forego ammo and just fucking one-shot anything. So, right. So, damn it. The big test. Big test. No, that's true. The problem is I'm all for people making suggestions. Yeah, I think you do. I'm all for players making suggestions, but one of the I mean, it's mainly to do with the multiplayer side of things that narks me about that, because you then usually get the vocal minority changing multiplayer games to the way that they like it. That's how, like, you know, oh, I don't like this weapon, so it gets nerfed. So, now, previously, if we were to shoot this guy, that would bounce all day. Don't worry about him. He'll keep respawning. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So that is now quite powerful. Not because it's increased its damage by much, but because its armor-piercing properties, providing... I don't know if there's a roll that goes on with armor-piercing, because armor-piercing can still bounce. The greatest thing with armor piercing is normally if you fire an arrow or a bolt at an enemy and it doesn't pierce the armor, there is a good chance that that arrow will break. If it does pierce the arrow, there's a good chance that that arrow will not break. And we like not breaking our arrows, especially when we're fucking limited to the bastards. Right, so we've done a level up. We're going to try some armor-piercing arrows on some armor. We also, I should check, just in case. No, I don't think it would. And quick check. Oh, the reason why we have that open now as well. This is how you do imbue various weapons and change the magical properties or weapon skills of various weapons and staffs as well. Once you have collected the things, you can then put its boss weapons or staves or staffs, magically charged wizardy casty stuff in there, and then you will get options. Again, this is system so good. So very fucking good. Could have easily been, you know, laser pointer to pick what you want, but no, we have a lovely scroll to move up and down and push on the things. And again, I celebrate and salute this because it's fantastic. It should be fucking standard in VR by now. It really should. So, right. Daggers. Daggers. And yes, I'm very much looking forward to the arena mode. It shall give me things to do. It should give me challenges to do. I'm hoping you have some sort of infinite wave mode that gets progressively harder. If the arena is interesting enough, and the combat is definitely interesting enough, then yeah, you'll have me. So that's Spine Breaker. Now, does it have any magical properties? Probably not. Shut up! Try to forge.
Where are they now?
Yours. You're so great. Okay, so it's quite difficult to compare what you have to what you're making, but that's the way that I've found to do it. So Pierce is the one that we want.
Nothing more, nothing less.
It's a little heavier. That means we'll move a little slower, but it's got a little bit more Pierce. Okay, cool. Sold!
The world's been doomed enough by people who
we want... Oh, do we want the Imperial Guard? Increased throwing damage. So this is what I was saying. Like, there are things... Like, throwing has clearly been thought about in this game, but it doesn't work. So, I'd love to see it work. So, we'll stick with the parry guard, and I don't think... Hello, chicken. Oh, yeah, no worries. Hello, chicken. There we go. 37. Increased slashing damage by... Yeah, but we're doing the stabby stabs. That's not bad if you were doing a slashy dagger. But the other problem as well is that is very, very small. But very June. I like that it's there. I like that it's there. We need long and thin. Hey, ladies. Okay. Okay, so we are also... We can now oh, okay. We can now retire those. When you retire weapons there, you get a percentage of the matter back and everything that you use to craft them. I like that in this game, and the reason being is because then you can experiment without using up resources that you might want for other things, and that is glorious. Yeah, it does the same on that one. But it's okay.
I keep on crafting.
Yeah. Enough, yeah. Stop flapping your gums and make me another one.
Nothing less.
Oh my god, did I just tell someone to stop flapping their gums? Fuck me. Right, so obsidian. So it might have... So this is something that me and Chicken have been looking into, is that a lot of things in the description... let's see, I can barely read that actually for some reason. Carcolia was famed by their precious gemstones. Some were turned into ornaments. Oh, regen daggers, is it? Interesting. Good shout, sir. So there is, I think it's the Royal Dagger's blade has a feature where when you are holding it in your hand, it recharges your magic by 1 magic per second. Thank you. And so it looks like this will probably... What was it, Chicken? Have you worked it out? Is it 0.5 or is it 1 a tick? Save me having to do it. Save me a job. Right, so, crossbow, check. New daggers, check. Look at that, they're even longer. Stabby, stabby. God, they look like they'll break in a heartbeat. Lovely. What more could you want from armor-piercing daggers? So... I'm going to show you a couple of secrets, and then we will call it a night, because there's probably enough left ahead of us to get another couple of hours out of, maybe 3, maybe another stream. So, off we go. So, if you are looking for the location of the mithril staff, or if you are looking for the location of the cosplay, golden cosplay armor in this game that doesn't stand up to pierce damage for bobbins. Cosplay armor. Fuck's sake. But, I mean, we're going to test out the armor-piercing arrows first, obviously. You! Yeah, man. I want you, man. You got it. Ooh, steady on, fella. And game over. Oh, shit. Did I miss? I don't feel like I missed. Game over. Thanks for playing. And you know what? It does that with arrows as well, but the thump of the crossbow and them fucking flipping backwards because they've been hit at close range with a powerful implement. Ladies and gentlemen, can we just appreciate armor-piercing bolts in the crossbow for a little bit? Right, and maybe give it the respect it deserves. You can also load the crossbow and then holster it so it is ready, as you'd expect you can do so. Right. So, armor-piercing arrows. We are now god tier when it comes to things that have armor. And stabby stabs, we are now kings when it comes to that as well. So, what's next? You. Oh, shit. 5 stabs he takes. 5. I mean, you know, we are going to run out of armor-piercing arrows eventually. That was low. Oh, there's some drop on this. Oh, shit. No. Stop. Excellent. And look. Didn't even break. Reuse. Now, So, this area here, when it loads in, this area, that's partly to do with my overheating. The areas aren't loading in, and the fact that I'm streaming as well. There are times in the game where it's too far away that it loads in a bit of a muddy texture as opposed to a proper one. If you are seeing that on mine, it's because I'm streaming, and you know, the devs are using a lot of power of the Quest 3 to make this game look glorious, and so, like a good dev should do, they're using all the power, which means there's not a lot left for somebody like me who streams. Not that I should be accommodated for easier, but it just means that overheating whilst streaming, and then these sort of textures changing at that kind of medium ground does happen more often. Anyway, so what we want to do, you can, once you attack this area much later on in the game and come all the way down here, you can exit there, come along here, and you can make your way down this path. However, there is another way. We can get the cool stuff that's in there right now. How? Here's how. You do want to look down here first to make sure these two guys spawn. You are going to want some kind of range as well. If you don't take range at this point, you are risking death here. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our crossbow. God, that's got so much drop. We're going to use our crossbow. Oh. One tap. One tap, baby. Hup. That was too. Don't even know if you guys can see this guy. Probably. There. Yep. So. Damn it. So again, note how you can see down my right eye, I'm getting a sight picture by aiming the tip of the arrow, or the tip of the bolt in this circumstance, with the enemy. And then because there's a lot of drop on this, I'm having to aim off and miss. Hey! Can't load things into there like that. Oh. Well, it hit. Might hit his staff. Oh, man. Right. That hit. Come on, can you die now? Only got so many arrows and bolts. Oh, man. I hit staff. Oh, I don't know what that hit, but it was an enemy. So the problem, the reason why I'm having to do it from there, again, I don't know if this is something that devs want to look into, Kupo, because this is... So, unlimited bolts would be handy. Now, ow, this is why you need to deal with these guys before you go down there, but I've had a lot of problems with firing off of edges, and not for the reason that you might think that I'm falling off, but because there seems to be sort of like invisible lips that catch the arrows as you're trying to do it. Let's try and... Oh no, it seems okay on the crossbow actually. Okay, we might be able to make that a lot easier, prospect. And don't fall, everybody, don't fall. One shot. One shot, one kill. Right, so ensure you are at full health. Now, the one thing that I don't know, no, I don't have, who carries bombs in this day and age, Kupo? Now, the one thing that I don't know, I did some testing with this to find out how much HP you had to have to survive certain drops, and I don't think it works that way. I think it works based on, I think you take a percentage of your damage based on the drop. So it does, like I've made builds that are huge HP pools, but they still you know, take huge amounts of damage. Like, I should be able to survive this drop. And what we want to do is we want to run towards there, and we want to leap at the end. Ooh, maybe we are a little bit low on HP. That's going to make getting that back quite difficult. Let's try that again, shall we? Right, so we're gonna need better armor, chat. We're gonna need better armor. Hold on. To be fair, last time I ran down it, I didn't leap. So, and it's only a couple of K souls, so it doesn't really matter, and we can get that back there very quickly. If memory serves, last time. Yeah, right. Last time I did it in the knight's armor, but I might have had more. Oh, actually, no, we got more HP in that. Okay, it might have been because we dashed. Let me try again. Well, it's fine, Cooper, because what I do. Thanks, Doc. What I do, I mean, that one really didn't count. I think that's more of a glitch, if anything. So, what I usually do, Cooper, is I go back at the end of these live streams and I cut out the bollocks at the start and cut out after I've done an outro the bollocks at the end. So, and I can sometimes cut out bits in the middle that, you know, are particularly embarrassing, or, you know, I actually don't do that. I definitely cut the bits out before and after. So, but yeah, unless things have been changed on the fall damage, that's a possibility. Or I might not have been at max HP then. We might need to have more health to survive that drop, so I might not be able to show it off in this build, but rest assured I will reload a different save and show it off there. Anyway, right, let's breeze by these guys. Everybody try not to die getting down there, because we will lose. I mean, it's not much. It's I mean, it's a bit. Oh, come on. Wait. Fucking ready. Thanks for playing. It's very satisfying. And they fly even further. But then, all of a sudden, I find if you go for the weak points... Oh, that one went through. I find if you go for the weak points, where there isn't armor, when you are using armor-piercing arrows, they don't do as much damage. Very good. As it should be. As it should be. Oh, actually, that's an easy place for us to get our blood back. What I'll do... Now, who's moving? Oh, it's you. That's awkward. That's not gripping right. Hey. Chill out, dickwad. Oh, you fucking... I'm not doing it from all the way over there again. You can fuck off. So the reason why I'm doing this is to, like, clear my landing zone. Damn it. Clear my landing zone for when I land down there. And what this is basically a nice little skip. But not a skip for... shit. Saving time. But a skip for... Fuck. God, this would be so much easier with magic. It's very difficult. I mean, they would. It's very difficult to get a sight picture with the hand in the way at this angle. Bombs would work, but who collects bombs? I mean, come on. Oh man, he's just tanking shots like a champ now. Fuck. Hang on. Let's go left-handed. That's probably better. Ow. Fuck. It's not better. It's not better, chat. Well, yeah, there is that font. Oh, fuck. Higher. There we go. I mean, these two are worth a decent amount of matter as well. So, this isn't a bad farming spot. Obviously, you have to put a bit of work in. Right. I'll try this one more time, and then I might have to back up on my theory. of the whole full damage being worked out as a percentage. Right, let's make sure we're on maximum life, because normally you survive this with a slither. Ah, there we go, see? So now we are on 23 health. So as I said, I don't think it matters about the actual drop distance in relation to how much HP you take. I think it's based on a percentage of how far you drop down. Now, we can't do much with this, but we're now somewhere where we shouldn't be, right? And you can get here, but you have to go through that entire fucking church and all the way up that tower, and then find the shortcut and go through here to get here. And you have to climb that as well. So you can drop down to there, and so what this allows us to do now is we can now climb. And just in case you were wondering, yes, this is a secret. And it's secrets of this level of complexity that just feel good. They really do. Come on, out. Now, be careful. And you are using bolts. I could do... here's me with the fucking dagger build. I mean, to be fair, they are armor piercing, so balsa wood's gonna stand no chance. Shit! Fuck! That was close. Alright. Okay. Always 2 points of contact plus feet. Come on. And over. No, let's just leave him there, shall we? And then we'll put him back in. So now that we're up here, oh look! It's one of those guys. It's one of those royal guys. Oh, easy snipe shot. Bam! Right in the shoulder. That was crap. But anyway, so up here in this little bell tower, and again, it is worth checking out when you've got to a secret area that there might be more secret areas, because there's another one down there. Know all of this? We saw this earlier before we entered the royal tomb. So now, not only can we get to one super secret cool place, but we can now get to two. Now the problem is, we're going to have to drop off again to get back here. Oh, well, never mind. Hey! Cosplay armor! Elite guard armor. Acceptable. So we can see that that one is 35 to stamina. Now, I thought that affected how much stamina you have. I don't think it does. Stamina in this game seems to be related to the amount of HP that you get. Like, for instance, we haven't got very many vitality points in my build, and we are at 360 HP. If I put this on, it raises to 450. So the armor, the elite guard armor, is some of the best armor in the game, and do you know what? Looks fucking cool as balls. Look at that. Maybe I love all of this because of all the cool armor that's in Dungeons of Eternity, and I've been staring at those raggedy ass fucking arms all this time, and it is nice to have the models change. But we have that now. We have the cosplay armor. That's ours to keep. We're not going to lose it. So yeah, there's the stats for the Elite Guard armor. I'll do an Elite Guard armor playthrough at some point. It'll be a lot of fun. Not that there's anything... The only thing that I will say with a lot of the armor is there's nothing special or unique about them. They just a little bit more armor, a little bit more this, a little bit more that. I'd like potentially armor that changes the game. I was gonna say, yeah, it looks exactly like those fucking massive bow bastards in Anor Londo. So right, I've already picked it up. Well, I'm not coming back here anyway. And also up here is the Thunder Blaze Crystal. This is a weaker version of the top level of Thunder and the top level of Fire, but you can switch between. So you then have a little bit more variety and versatility on the magic. Now, can we get back up there? Because I often find they don't put things like this in this game unless there's a way. Oh, chat. Just let you into a little secret here. So this is how I've been able to get places that I'm not supposed to, because you can jump on top of chests in this game. Usually. Come on. Don't make me be a liar. Come on now, game. No, it's going to make me be a liar. Okay, if you can't jump on the chest, open the chest. Then jump inside the chest. Then close... Oh, it's not working with this one. Come on now. Come on now. Okay, so let's leave the lid open and jump on top of the lid. That works, doesn't it? And now we can get up on here. We shouldn't be up here. We definitely should. So again, hats off to the developers for not invisible walling the fuck out of everything. We should not be up here. Now, if we fall, it is kind of my fault. But I'm trusting that that's a ledge. I don't think that's a ledge. Okay. Can we jump? Yes! Yes, Jack! God! Right. No need to panic. It's not going to let me over. Man, I just want to... Oh, I just want to... And making jumps where you go like that is incredibly difficult in this game. Again, the level of vertigo, and I thought I was immune to that sort of shit. And I love games that make, as we know, I love games that make me feel like a real boy in VR. I've played VR enough now where, you know, status effects in real life don't have an effect on me when I'm playing VR. But in this game, every now and again, I'm like, oh shit, fuck, I don't want to make that jump. Oh, I feel dizzy. Feeling dizzy in VR. I haven't felt dizzy in VR for a very long time. It's awesome. Anyway. Right, everyone. If that wasn't enough, let's make sure we're back at full health. So, do not dash off of this ledge. Aim and run. And you shall survive. And you could even fall into the battlements here. You could also, and I have, go along these battlements. Because you're not supposed to. We're not supposed to be on these battlements. But they haven't invisible walled them, and I like that. And you can drop down to there. However, that drop is fatal. Because the game doesn't like you doing it that way. Thankfully, we can get down this way. This is less steady. This is less of a secret route, though. This is actually a way back from a secret. But we can get down there. I don't like you doing that, you know. Yeah, nice. So we're somewhere where we shouldn't be. Once again, we are somewhere where we shouldn't be right now. So you can get here, but you can't get here until you're almost ready to go down to the end boss of the game. And little things like that. Because I know Decrepit said that, like, oh, the devs are aware of it and they're probably going to put an invisible wall. No, please don't. All of these, because there's a lot of invisible walls that aren't in this game, and it then allows me to do things like, I can complete this game. You've probably seen the video, Kupo. I reckon I can complete this game in under an hour, and that's because of various skips and lacks of invisible walls that I've seen. Are they a good idea in normal play? No. Are they a good idea for the speedrunner? Fuck yeah. Anyway, right. Next secret. Now this one is very, very sketch. What we need to do is we need to drop down onto these little handholds, and if you do it quite right, you can actually land on them. And let's make sure we've got enough life. Yeah, we're at make sure you're at max life before you ever drop down, and we have to try and land on that little thing there. And if we miss it, there's a possibility that we could grab. Okay, we're good. We're good. Hold here. Good. Fucking right. Good to hear, Kupo. And then we want to ever so gingerly duck down and grab. Bloopers, we'll cut that out. Yes. Yep. Yeah, because I can basically right at the start of the game I can attack the Guardian. Thanks, Doc. Yeah, right at the start of the game, there's a lovely little ledge skip that you can do and attack the Guardian, and that's part of how I'm going to put a speed run together where I can complete this in under an hour. But I have to set it up, and if I don't get it right first time, it's going to be another 3 hours to get to the point where I can try and do it again, which is annoying. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you in a minute. Let's get these out of the way first. Wait. Right, ready. Shit, not ready. Ready. Thank you. Hey! Faff. Might have to start shotgun, gunslinging this, you know? God, Silver-tongued Devil thinks he needs to start gunslinging a crossbow. Who would have thought it? No, that's true, but you know, I know some games might be like, you know, playing things out of order and doing things that way might not be in the developer's vision, and you know, I understand that. But yeah, please don't. Right. Didn't even notice. Oh, yeah. Dude. Kupo, I'm 42, mate. I know all about Metroid. I know all about it. But yeah, unintentional hidden secrets, stuff like that are all... Oh, man. You're not gonna fucking quit, are you? You're gonna have to, instead of aiming this, I'm gonna have to, like, eyeball it, because I can't quite get the aim. The thing is, it's not like... this is a problem in all VR, I find. Aiming down, out. Good. Oh, no, I get it. I was gonna say, I wonder if there's things... I wonder... Yeah, no, kiddie. Kupo, who the hell gets offended about sounding younger? But yes, thank you. I do sound very young. It's my, I mean, if you'd watched my last stream, you wouldn't have thought so. You'd have thought I sounded very snot-infested. So, I don't know, I think I sound my age. All those, I've put those hours in. It's because I work my vocal muscles. Don't know if anyone could tell or not. You know, just saying. You know. Yeah. Pie indeed. Yeah. Yes, K2. Right, what are we saying? 360. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? This is probably the hardest secret of the game I've found. Now, but again, I don't know if I'm doing it correctly. Oh, actually. Oh. Okay, I mean, there's only 2,000 souls on the line. Let's try. That seems safer. There you go. Well, that makes that secret a lot easier to conquer now. So I always try to drop down from there. So again, thing is, Kupo, even I'm at learning things as well. That's much easier. That seems like the way it's intended. No, that seems like it's the way it's intended. And then drop there. And then we come along ever so gently, ever so slowly along here. And then we need to... Now, one of the little pieces of advice I would have for you, and this is in all VR games as well, is if you aren't as comfortable with the joystick movements, like, for instance, we do not want to overshoot that little log. We can just simply tap forward on the joystick, but if we're a bit heavy-handed, we might miss it. My advice, tiptoe forward in your play space. There we go. I didn't even use the joystick. So don't do that here. We need to get a bit of a drop there. So... And, like, because of the possibilities of what I've found through dropping and climbing and being able to drop onto things that you can't, I found loads of shit that you should not be able to get onto. For instance, I can go from here and get onto there. I can then go along the outside of that buttress and get outside the fucking level. So, do we need to? No. Are we supposed to? No. Are we allowed to? Yes. And that's great. Like, I'm not supposed to be on this wall. That's not intended. It's whether I can use things like that to get across here and up onto there and onto there. There are even things that I think may be beyond me as far as those concerned. And when you are doing a downward jump, it is better to run and dash than it is to run and jump. You're less likely to take damage. Not that that matters too much, but you're more likely to make it with a dash a lot easier as well. And so, you remember those people? Oh, thank you, Kupo. Pie. Oh, Sharp Von, I'm your favourite too. You just can't admit it. So, look at this. You're not wrong, actually, Doc 2. Very fun. Look at this. Yummy. Aww. Isn't that a... Like, I got a little tear forming there. He was like, dude, have this flawless source crystal. And he's like, nah, fuck you, man. I don't want your shit. I've had a bad day. And then this guy, I don't even know what this guy's doing. So this is where the mithril staff is. Now, as Chicken has rightly pointed out to me as well, the mithril staff is... there are weapons in this game that has hidden properties. The hidden properties, if they don't show on the weapon, are in the description. You'll still have to test to find them out. As Chicken Sink pointed out earlier, it looks like the obsidian dagger has healing properties, so it probably does, like, regen. And the mithril staff, although it doesn't say, although it doesn't do it, in the description it says that it is it's most affinitive with the elements. So that's fire, ice, and lightning. However, I do like this. Tick them off and it actually looks real. Look at that. Anyway, so... Fire and ice, that is true. The Dryad staff is actually the best one to use for lightning by quite a long shot. Anyway, so you can get down from here onto there and work your way around the outside of the level. You don't need to. And you can also do it on this side as well. But if I was going to get down here without getting stuck, I think I would do it this way. Like that, because that to me seems like because I think I might have actually been trapped doing that, falling that way. The other thing to note as well is because this level is not the level that we're actually in, or not the section of the game we're actually in. And this might be a quest problem, or not problem, this just might be something that the devs have had to do to get this game running on the quest, is that note how none of the enemies, because we have reset since we've come through this area several times, and none of the enemies that were in this courtyard are here anymore. And I think the reason being is because there's just not enough memory going in the game. Like, for instance, there's normally a gold knight at the end of here with this chest, and another knight there, and then a mage. But note how if we come out of like the area that we just dropped onto and then back in, they do spawn in. So I think there's been some compromises, and you know, you have to compromise. Remember, people, we have got a mobile phone on our face. That was nowhere near as satisfying as it could have been. There we go. Lovely. Right, so mithril staff found. Cheers, guys. I'll enjoy your flawless pure source crystal. Thank you very much. And then this is the beginning of the royal tomb, and then we can head back to base. Lovely. So there we have it. We have found the blueprint for the mithril. So that's one secret that we've unveiled tonight. And we have found where the glorious cosplay elite guard armor is. Now, again, you can get both of those things quite a lot later in the game. In fact, just before you're going down, just before the boss, before the end boss, or the second end boss. But by doing that, we can get those things a lot earlier, a little riskier, but a lot earlier. And I, for one, praise the devs on allowing us to do that. And on that bombshell, we shall indeed end it there. This has been the glorious Grimlord, running natively on the Quest 3. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.